Yeah, man.
All right, now reopen it.
Yeah, jingle this pal.
Hear ye, hear ye. Make
Have you
way
tried
for
jingling the
the
palace?
The kings are here.
You think the bitches are great because you're fucking seasonal, nigga? You can't be seasonal! Niggas got this shit's 24 hours a day!
Kingz. You're listening to the Kingz Podcast with your hosts, Karizmatik, Irish O'Neal, and Ani Moush.
Hot dog. Yay.
Diggity dog.
Post production.
All right.
Welcome to another installment of the Kingz Podcast. I'm your boy Karizmatik.
What's up? It's Irish O'Neal.
Ani Moush.
I'm Brandon Vallee. Yay.
Oh,
Brandon
yeah.
Vallee.
Rat King Alston up in this bitch.
baby.
Hell yeah. Brandon is one of the funniest guys I have encountered so far on the Boston scene.
Fact.
Stop.
True.
And one of the most open guys I have encountered on the Boston scene.
Also
Like,
true.
Sure, I'll take that. Yeah.
yeah,
absolutely.
man. I mean, most people can't get out of their own way, and this guy's like, no, I know what I like, man. And I always appreciate a person that knows and does what they like. You know
Yo,
what I mean?
thanks, man.
No,
I
I
appreciate
mean,
it.
I've always like that. Like ever since the first time I heard you, I was like, yo, this is a guy that's like, he's going places because he's ready to be vulnerable and he's ridiculously funny.
Well, dude, I've known Brandon for a while now because we used to work at I used to work at the warehouse. I used to work there, and with even just interacting at work, like Brandon was constantly just making me fucking laugh, just like little interactions and shit. It was like you and Ricky like all day would just like just the shit you would say, just get the day through and shit, and then eventually,
Yeah, we would make up lies to each other. me and Ricky would make up lies about like the CEO like bringing us into his office to like put out cigarettes and spit on us and try to fuck us and stuff like that.
Dude,
It was all so fun.
I always loved too. Like Brandon always had the best music choices too, because it was always like there's you just had speaker systems for like an entire section, so everyone had to kind of share, and it was like the general rule was like you could play an album and then give it to someone else to play an album, and like everyone would just people would come in there and play literally like noise for an hour. Just literally imagine just like a fucking like feedbacky guitar for an hour. Yeah, you want to kill yourself. Brandon comes on, puts on some fucking bumping Taylor Swift or Kesha.
Oh, yeah.
Kesha's like,
all the time.
dude, Kesha would come on, I'd be like, oh, I'm living for this. Right
I'm more of a Carly Rae guy. I'm a big Carly
Switch
Rae
sides.
guy. Yeah.
Shots
You
fired.
wouldn't remember
Yeah.
this, but you were the first one that brought me up when I first ever did stand up.
Oh, really? At Thunder Bar? Nice.
Yes,
Hell yeah.
Yes. Owen was
Glad to
somewhere
be part of it.
slacking.
Yeah.
And yeah, you
Probably
just
at a
filled
wedding.
in. Fuck
That's
him.
all he does is go to weddings. That's like his main thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great.
Kind of at that age though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been to
Yeah.
a lot more weddings this past 2 years. Most weddings I've ever been to, probably.
I just don't go.
You know? You just
You know
don't
what I
go? If
mean?
you get
Yeah,
invited,
no.
you're
Successfully
saying no?
dodged
Nah,
a lot
man.
of weddings.
I love a wedding.
Like not
Why?
being
It's just
invited.
like
Fuck
I
Central,
don't like
bro.
I don't like being in church.
Well, I get to turn on. I get to be, people are like, I haven't seen people in a long time. Usually an open bar. That's good for me. A free meal.
All right, I lie.
I
do go to them.
I
do
dress
go to 'em.
usually
They're pretty fun.
like a piece of shit too. Like I've worn joggers to multiple weddings, like and a hat.
Now, do
Because
you-
like if you invite me, you know what to expect from me. And
you're
like,
inviting
so,
a Rat
like,
King.
Exactly,
You
and
get-
that's what you're gonna get, and that's what I give to people.
Authentic.
Yeah, I do own a tux now, so from now on,
Tuxing it up.
tuxing it up. Yeah,
Oh,
I got a
yeah.
tux for Owen's wedding, so now I'm.
Oh
I'm
wow. I
tuxed
mean,
up.
like, do you feel like you betrayed your style?
No, because it's just like it like fits. You know what I mean? It's like,
We did it for the boys.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. Before I would kind of do like thrift store stuff that kind of is like, this counts, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, fitted dress pants. That's what's really all about. If you have dress pants that don't fit, I feel just like naked and disgusted. I feel just so uncomfortable.
Yeah,
like, I feel
yeah.
so gross.
It doesn't cup
Yeah.
all the right places,
Yeah,
bro.
it's not right.
I feel you.
It's not right.
I feel
like
you.
a
That's why I
moron.
wear boxer briefs.
Yeah, I love
Yes,
some briefs.
yes,
I'm all
yes,
about the boxer
yes.
briefs.
I left the tidy whities in the past because they didn't quite give me the fulfillment.
Used to be a tidy whitey guy.
I used to be a tidy whitey guy.
Oh man, wow.
Yeah, man.
So riveting, but I think we should do maybe plugs.
You don't want to talk
let's
more
do
about
the-
my tidy whitey
Let's do 3 principles, then we'll do plugs,
Yeah,
and then
true.
all right, let's do
Flip
We
it!
can get to the tidy whities.
High five! High five! You caught Ani slipping. Yes, she always catches us.
Had a day.
All right, guys. As always, we start with the 3 plugs. Now you fucked me up. All right, we got the 3 principles, guys. These are the 3 principles that we say you need to have to get these ladies. First and foremost, confidence. You have to have confidence in
Yes,
everything that you
sir.
do. You have to believe in what you're selling. If you don't believe it, why would they buy it?
If you don't want to fuck you, who's gonna want to fuck you?
Nobody.
That's a great number 1 tenet. I must agree.
Thank you.
You know, like I look like this. You know what I mean? But I've never had trouble really. You know, because
Because
I'm
you want to
confident.
fuck you, right?
Yeah, exactly. I'm a
There you
narcissist.
go.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Aren't we all?
Yeah.
That's why we're all here.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
They gotta be.
Bat out of my league constantly. Yeah. It's awesome. Yeah.
Yo,
Yeah.
do you guys hear that? Y'all heard that, right? Bats out of his league constantly.
Yeah.
Prime example.
Constantly.
My
So,
girlfriend
like,
right now is so fucking hot. I don't understand.
Yeah, I mean,
don't get it.
any of you, any woman I've seen around you has been smoking hot. Like, I don't know what you and Irish do. Like, I don't like. What do you guys like?
got
You guys wear
sick
special
aim.
pheromones, like Viking
It's the
pheromones
hair,
or some
bro.
shit? Like,
It's the
Yeah,
hair.
we're
I have the
mysterious.
hair
Long
too.
hair.
Yeah, but it's different hair.
Oh, you gotta go there, white boy.
Yeah.
Oh, white boy.
I'm not going
Why you
there.
always
Blame
gotta bring it
women.
back to
It's
race?
women that are.
Oh,
taking
he said he's the one that said it's different. Why I gotta be
boy.
different? Why I gotta be
That's
different?
what makes
Ask
us
women.
all
They're the ones that.
Why I gotta be
unique.
different?
Maybe more
Oh,
people
oh,
like.
oh,
I don't know
you.
because people aren't trying to touch my hair constantly.
Oh, this speaks to our first one, confidence. So this I was talking to this guy and he was talking about like wanted to do a threesome with his wife and all that.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, call her bluff, man. You gotta call her bluff.
Yeah.
If she's the one
Oh, I
bringing
know
it
what you're
up,
talking about. Yeah.
if she's the one bringing it up, you gotta call her bluff on it. And he's like, yeah, I think so. And he's making out with some. He's like, he ended up getting some like 21-year-old making out with her. I'm like, yo, that's the perfect girl. Bring her along. Be like, yo, here she is. Are we gonna do something or not? You know what I mean? And his wife is hot.
Put her
man.
in check.
Yeah.
Check.
And I was like, yo, but just make sure you guys talk through the terms, because I mean, you could end up with a devil's threesome, you and some black guy. He's like, yeah, nah, that won't happen. I can't compete.
The devil's threesome.
Yeah, man.
It's just a black guy. I like that.
It's just a black guy. The threesome
Yeah.
is just a black guy.
Hell yeah.
I am the devil's
Yeah.
threesome.
Oh shit.
But it was hilarious. But I think he should have more confidence than that. He was like, I can't compete with a black guy. Just any black guy. I know many black guys you can compete with. You know what I mean? Like, not everybody's generic like that, right?
Fair.
Second principle.
Second principle that you need: honesty. Honesty. That's honesty in everything you do. I always say honesty at all costs.
Hell yeah.
And you know, it's if you want to be monogamous, if you don't want to be monogamous, if whatever it is, be honest up front. It's better to take the L up front than take it on the tail end just because you're being a phony. There's a reason a lot of women think guys are pieces of shit, and it's because a lot of guys will lie their way into pussy.
Yeah.
You have to not be afraid of missing out on pussy. Be honest, whether it means that you're gonna get pussy or not.
Yep. If you miss out on it, I'm sorry. If the girl gets mad at you for being honest, especially when you're being honest up front
Yeah.
at the beginning, when she can just be like, I don't want to deal with you anymore, she's an asshole at that
Facts.
point.
She's
because
not gonna
like
get mad if you're honest up front.
she shouldn't. She shouldn't. But I mean, as we've learned, people can.
Because she'll get over it fast. It'll be fine.
Yeah. Well, it's like, would you rather I like waste your time 10 days from now, or we just figure it out right here and right now? Like,
Yeah, well, people like to think they can change people. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
A lot of people go into relationships being like, you know, this person's flawed. I want to change those flaws, which is like not something you should ever, you know.
Yeah.
You're gonna buy
You
wholesale.
have a good response
you know?
for that all the time.
which one?
Where you should go into a relationship like expecting, like the guy is supposed to thinks
Oh,
to
oh.
himself that he's
Yeah.
supposed to stay that way.
Oh yeah. So no, like basically, what it is that a woman's what a woman's trying to do in the relationship is change you into like the image of Prince Charming that she made up in her head when she was like 7, like this perfect idea of a person, which is impossible because we live in an imperfect world. So her quest is to change you into that. Your quest as a guy is to stay the guy that you are when she came into it. She came on board liking you because you're being this
Yep.
way. So if she
Yeah.
changes. You know what I mean? It's like if you're an alpha, right, and you let the like mushy gushiness of like this chick change you into a beta completely, then like, okay, well, she didn't go out looking for a beta, so inherently she's going to lose she's going to unconsciously lose like interest in you over time because you're not what it is that she actually wants. It's like giving them what they need, not what they want.
Agreed.
And that's a force anyways. Because I think, like, if you're going to change, only you should want to change for yourself, not for anybody else.
Yep.
You know?
They can be
It's something
conducive.
super unhealthy.
Yeah.
like, and that's the thing.
You
It's
know?
like if anything that you do in the relationship, like it should be because you feel like you want to do that. Like I always say, like perfect example, Valentine's this week. I don't really believe in Valentine's or doing like some big fucking like extravagant. Here's flowers. You want flowers on Valentine's Day? Buy your own fucking flowers.
I love it.
I'll buy you flowers when
I love Valentine's Day.
Well.
There you go. No, I always appreciate
we're
that. I
going.
can
We're
appreciate
going to
that.
Taco Bell, and then we're going to
Woo!
see monster trucks
Fuck yeah.
Okay. Well, that's
in
not
Worcester.
bad.
That sounds
Pretty
delightful.
sick. See,
Yeah.
I try to do. My go-to is go to a fast food place because no one's doing it on Valentine's Day. No one has to wait in fucking line. Like me and my girlfriend are gonna dress up really nice and
like
go
it.
to
Just go
Taco
to
Bell.
Popeyes.
Yeah.
See, the only thing-
well, they closed the one at Fenway. Where the fuck? I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go
no,
all the way
they
to
have one in-
Dorchester.
They got one in Rosendale. They got one in Everett.
Yeah,
They got
get a
another
chicken
one.
sandwich.
I'm not gonna go any of those
Get a
places.
chicken sandwich.
Fuck, not on Valentine's Day. No way. Absolutely
Oh my
not.
god. They're gonna think you Cupid.
yeah. Oh, my little
Oh
cherub.
my god, it's a white
Yeah,
Cupid.
yeah.
Oh
Some
my
whitey
God.
tighties on me, and I am Cupid, definitely.
Bro.
I'm a little cherub.
But no, that's sort of my mentality. Is like pretty much I go and like every day could be Valentine's Day if I want it to be. But it's all dependent on how I feel and how you make me feel. It's not because society or some holiday or you or anything's gonna pressure me to make me feel that
And
way.
I'm sorry, but Valentine's for me is like the worst one because at least with all the other ones you get a day off. So at least with the day off, it's like you can do something with that day off.
right.
You
Yeah.
end up
Or
doing something
it's
with
like
the
if
day
I-
off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
holiday.
or it's like if I have to be doing goofy shit with a chick that day, it's like at least I have the day off. So at least I'm not at work.
Yeah,
Like, I
exactly.
go, this
exactly.
is better than work.
It's like do nothing. Like so, like it's either make money or don't make money and spend money on Valentine's Day. That's usually the pick. I mean, if they gave you the day off, then you could just enjoy the day, maybe get some holiday pay, make some money while you're spending some money. But like every other holiday.
Yeah, I mean, I like the idea of just like, we'll go out and do something fun.
Yeah.
I mean, what you can do any other time, but it's like I don't think anyone should ever put like weight on it. Like I don't think
Yeah,
everyone should
yes.
ever be like
Right.
angry, be like, hey, we like have to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's always been with like I don't think I've ever been with someone who's like
He didn't do anything on
super
Valentine's Day.
heavy about Valentine's Day. But I'm like,
Right.
oh, we'll go.
Well,
we're
and
gonna see
that-
fucking
that-
monster
that's-
trucks or
that's
something
kind
like
of
that.
exactly
You know
what
what
I
I mean?
mean. It's like
like
I'm
whether we
saying-
do or don't. You know?
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
I like I'm not saying like fuck you, don't go out on Valentine's Day. Like if you want to go out, but go out because you want to go out. Not and like I okay, perfect example. I had this buddy Phil, and I didn't exclusive to Valentine's Day, but just anytime he would take a chick out, like first date, he would go on these like $100 crazy extravagant steak dinners like every time, and he like
no.
and these were chicks
No
that
way,
like
dude.
they were like one dates really. They were only like one-off dates. They weren't like and. By the way, don't understand how it's possible because he's 6'4", 265 pounds, built like cartoon Hercules, Marine firefighter, gorgeous fucking Italian stallion. Ridiculous. Like you look at him and you're like,
You'd
I
fuck
should.
'em.
No, legit. Like
Fucking
anyone would
Rocco
fuck
stud,
him. I would
dude.
throw. You'd just go like, here's my underwear. Like what? Like, good God. But I had explained
He's taking them up for one-off dates on Valentine's Day?
not one off by his choice, and not just like just it would be like a date that he'd set up with like a chick on Tinder or whatever. Be like, hey, let's go out
on Valentine's Day?
No, just
No,
anything.
Oh, just in general.
Just in general.
Oh, gotcha.
So
Oh,
he's
Jesus,
and so
dude,
but
no.
like so that's even a more extreme example because some guys you'll just do it on Valentine's Day, which I still don't think you should go spend hundreds of dollars. But he was doing it, and I'd explain to him, I go, buddy, take him for like ice cream or go for a walk. You don't need to be spending hundreds of dollars on a bitch you just met.
And especially if you're trying to like buy your way into like
You're
Or like
setting
one like
the-
that,
You're setting
yeah.
the bar really high.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
great.
And then he switched it
Yeah.
up, started going better for him. I was like,
Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely. Casual.
And I was like, and I bet your wallet feels a lot better too.
Oh hell yeah, and his bank account.
Facts.
Yeah.
And then the last principle that you need, social intelligence. This is a combination of being able to read the situation and bringing something to the table. We always advocate for being funny. I think that's the best weapon. But you could also, be interesting. Have
Yep.
something you bring to the table.
Learn
Like
that being a sad boy is also.
yeah, like you're funny. You know a lot about horror films and stuff. Like those are like boom, those two right off the bat. Social
Gets them
intelligence.
so wet. Though. When I talk
Yeah,
about,
yeah.
George Romero, they love it. They just
Dude,
go
like,
crazy.
there's a lot
Oh
of
my
women that are fucking all
God.
about horror movies and shit, dog.
I think it's actually quite
is
funny that they love to be scared. I that still mind boggles me. But anyways,
It is true.
I don't
is-
like to be scared. I don't like scary movies.
Thank you. That makes sense.
Yeah, no, I'm not down. If I'm like one of my friends does this all the time whenever I go over his house. that he'll put on a scary movie literally just to piss me off, and he'll fall asleep mid-movie, and then I'm stuck watching the movie.
Why do you keep watching?
And then I don't. I'm like this, or like I'm on my phone or something, because I just want to hang out, you know? But
He's asleep, though.
My
I know, I try to steal the remote, and he always wakes up.
My girlfriend's like a gorehound. She loves like Cronenberg and like body horror shit. She gets like, she's like getting like excited, like seeing like gore and shit.
guys
Like,
do
she's so
blood play?
fucked up.
See, like,
We don't, no, not like that, not like that. But
That
she's
shit's
just
like-
she's like, it's fucking awesome.
I
don't
think
know.
it's a good horror movie if it doesn't make me laugh.
Yeah.
I laugh at a lot of those horror movies.
But I mean,
So-
sometimes it's nice to have a little, you know, I guess on purpose, you know, a little levity.
Yeah.
Sometimes to put you at ease for a second before they try to, you know, fuck you up. You know?
See, I
Yeah.
laughed at that. That was funny.
Well,
All right. So I think where I would like to wait, hold on. Let's do the plugs.
Yeah, let's do some plugs, baby.
Plugs up top. I
still-
love it.
Hell yeah, bro. I'm your boy, Karizmatik. You can catch me at Karizmatik IPE on Facebook, Karizmatik_me on IG and Twitter. You can catch me at the Comedy Studio on March 15th. You can catch me at Capo on March 16th and February 24th. And East Boston Comedy on the 1st. As well as, this is my newest date, Dark Horse on March 22nd. Let's get it.
Yeah, Brandon Vallee, what do you got to plug?
Oh, cool. Follow me on Instagram, Junkyard Unicorn. I post all my dates on my stories. I have a website out next week, BrandonValley.com.
Word.
And listen to Dead Last Podcast if you like horror movies. Check it out.
He's hilarious.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Ani Moush.
Ani Moush, Ani_Moush on Instagram. Check out my Etsy page, by Moush. It's by _Moush on Instagram as well. Next show is tomorrow, Thursday the 13th at Thunderbar. I'm hosting the second show of my series, Extra Basic. Joe Plana is going to be my co-host. It's going to be Cupid. I'm going to be a dominatrix. It's going to be
I love
great.
Joe.
It's going to be awesome.
Shout out Joe
Yes.
Polana.
If you want to be a second Cupid, come through.
Tidy Whities. Tidy Whities are a must.
It'll be great. And then also don't forget to check out the Kingz Podcast on Instagram. It's just Kingz Podcast. So follow that shit.
Oh yeah. Don Panzini, what do you got to plug for people?
Don Panzini on Facebook, DTP_ZFG on Instagram. Always catch me producing Kingz and STC, ZFG, or The Domino Effect coming soon. And now, fucking every Monday, you can come to Dirty Dom's Dirty Uncensored Open Mic at Sammy's Patio on Revere Beach in Revere, 02151, baby boys. And also we'll be shooting web series, Karizmatik and myself, Family Jewels, coming up soon. And any open mics, you can catch me out with these motherfuckers, like destroying rooms left and right, like we did last night. So yeah, come check us out on Revere Beach every Monday, Sammy's Patio, Dirty Dom's Open Mic,
When's
Kingz
that starting,
Podcast.
Dom?
That's starting this Monday,
Hell yeah.
President's Day, baby boys. List goes up at 6, shows at 7. So come down and check us out. You can see probably these beautiful motherfuckers you're looking at right now on camera. All right, that's it.
Oh, what? I don't get any
So
plugs.
he doesn't get to do his
You
plugs,
son of a
huh,
bitch.
Dom?
I'm just skipping over
Dom,
Irish
you're
now.
fucking
Dom,
up
you're
hardcore
fucking up
today.
today, huh,
Talking
man?
about. Oh, my bad.
Fucking up hardcore today, bud. Get it together, Dom. Instagram and Twitter, it's Irish O'Neill. Follow me on all those social media fun time stuff. STC Podcast, Shit Talking Cunts. We go live every Sunday. Call in, talk shit with us. I think we have Rob Green this Sunday. We'll also be on Kingz, too. Ooh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Check out my band Danesleaf, danesleaf.bandcamp.com. Get our EP, and also check out the Dab Comedy Network. All the great shows that we have on that. So far, we have announced STC, Dab and Aladdin, and Kingz. Kingz are on the network. We've got several more shows we're going to be rolling out and announcing. So yeah, follow Dab Comedy on all social media.
Hell yeah. Very excited about that.
So-
Let's get it. So, Brandon, I just want to jump right into this, because you and Irish seem to be the most slayingest motherfuckers I've ever seen on this earth. Like,
What do you mean?
the caliber of tale y'all seem to bring home. I'm always like, I'm like, yo, like, why can't I get like struck by lightning once in a while? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I mean, I've been kind of a relationship guy for the past like 4 years. You
No,
know what I
true,
mean? Like
like-
I haven't I had one girlfriend, we broke up, and then I started dating this girl.
Have
You know
been
what I mean?
dating
But
this girl the whole
before
time?
I was kind of I was a nasty boy.
You didn't throw it around much after the last girlfriend before you got this new one?
No, I didn't really.
Okay.
I didn't really.
Any at all, or just not much? You must have had
No,
like, not even
no. I
not
think
one
I was
little
like
hookup,
I think
or-
I like pretty much just like like drank and cried for 2 months, and then like I went out
As
with
one
this
does.
girl, and
Yeah.
then it was fucking sick. We were both in weird places in our
Word.
life, and we got together. Just kind of worked out. And now we're both kind of out of the out of the shit, and
On to the beauty.
yeah,
the beauty
yeah,
part, right?
it's great. Yeah,
How old are you
awesome.
again?
I am 31.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
One doesn't ask a man his age.
yeah. I used to
It's
be a
very
nasty boy.
unbecoming of a lady. To
Like
say.
yeah, like my first probably my
I'm
first
just
2
doing the
years.
math, that's all.
My first like 2 years in comedy, like I like hooked up with comics and stuff like that.
There you
like
go.
Would be
Yeah.
Gotta get
just
out
do
there.
whatever. Be a bad boy.
Yeah, man.
You know.
Gotta be a chuckle fucker.
No. I would never date a comic. I would never, not a million years.
It's chuckle fucker,
It's
not chuckle dater.
That is the best advice I can give to all of you listening right now. Never, if you are a comedian, don't date a comedian. Don't ever do it.
Oh, yeah, that sounds
don't
terrible.
ever do it. Yeah, I don't think so.
Dang.
Yeah.
I think anything can work. As long as people have boundaries and I'm the disagreeable one. I just disagree sometimes.
I'm just being a cunt. I mean, look at like Tom and Christina. They make it work. Or
Yeah,
Moshe
true.
and
That's true.
Moshe and Natasha.
It's
I mean,
rare, but like for me personally, like
You are adding two psychos to a situation.
I'm glad that I have like my girlfriend's very supportive of comedy, but she's also not like obsessed with it. Like I want everything to just be like separate. I like having comedy's very important to me, but I like having so many parts of my life very like separated from it. And especially a relationship, if that was someone who did comedy, I would feel just like overwhelmed and annoyed.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I just want something different. You know?
People talk shit.
Yeah, comedy time.
Yeah.
Girlfriend time. Like I want everything in at different parts. Yeah.
Yeah. And I can see that. I mean, it definitely makes it easier to organize.
Yeah.
You know
Absolutely.
what I mean?
That's a guy thing to compartmentalize. We were talking about that with Sam too.
Yeah.
Like to separate all the things.
You kind of have to. I have like different groups of friends because I don't have them ever hang out because they couldn't
certain groups,
appreciate each
yeah,
other.
certain groups of
They could
friends
never
just
appreciate each other.
Don't work
Yeah.
together.
See, I'm the opposite. I like always bring like my various walks of life together.
no,
But that
you
could
don't-
be just a female thing.
you
I
don't
know.
bring the-
And maybe in very isolated instances.
You don't bring a you don't bring a whole team of jocks to go chill with like your nerd friends. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna
No,
be
but, like-
gaming and these guys gonna want to do shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah, but that's not the
Not gonna work
dynamic
out.
of like most of the people that I hang out with.
no, I mean that's
Don't
just
play
putting
sports.
that's
like,
putting an extreme on it. I mean, no, you're exactly
Yeah,
in that
yeah.
dynamic. If I was to say so, I don't want to get into the meat and juice of it, but you're exactly in that dynamic.
What? That I have different kinds of friends?
Yeah, that you
Yeah,
couldn't put in the
but
same
they-
room.
No, they all get along. I've done it
No,
before.
they don't.
What are you talking about?
Really, you get
I'm not gonna be that blunt about it, but we'll talk about it afterward.
Okay,
But like
okay,
so like
that's a exception.
I mean, if there's one exception, there could be more. So you're just not
Okay.
thinking that hard about it.
Okay.
So like
You know,
I
I
mean,
get you now. But see how long it took me because most of my other friends are not like
I'm just
that.
saying, you just found one, so take that one and put them in other groups and see if it works. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So like, who knows?
Yeah, I could do that with them. I could do that with you. I could put you anywhere. You get along with everybody. Most people.
Most people. That's because I know what
90%
side of
of
me to
people.
hide in every single crowd.
Yeah. Well, like you met Victoria the other day when
Yeah,
we had
she's
her on.
cool.
And she was chill as shit.
But like me and her are old school, even before like we got to know. Like we knew the same people. So like
By accident, you didn't know that beforehand.
I had no idea. But like I've always believed that if you know the same people, like you can get along. You should be able to
Naturally.
get along with the same people because
Yeah.
there should be qualities that they share. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at the same time, there are qualities that just
Sure,
completely
sure.
conflict.
No, I feel you. Yeah. I got you now.
So you're probably asking yourself, what the fuck are they
Well,
talking
no,
about?
I get it
Okay.
because it's like like sometimes I get overwhelmed hanging out with Brandon because he's got an enormous penis.
Oh, that's
That
yeah.
is 100%
Yeah.
untrue.
Doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
buddy.
There you go.
Nope. It's my stick. That's my
Interesting.
stick.
So your progression then you're saying you started more nasty boy, dated chick 1, and then went on to chick 2.
Yeah, I honestly, for most of my life, I wasn't really in relationships, but I would like sleep with a lot of people.
There you go.
But like, getting older, I kind of get into it. And,
Yeah.
had a 2-year relationship that ended. She got married 6 months later, and
Wow.
yeah.
Sounds like
Wow.
there's a backstory there.
Yeah. I don't even. I don't really want to get totally
No,
into
that's fair, that's
all,
fair.
all of that, But but no, I met this girl, and it's great. She's the person I'm supposed to be with. You
Yep.
know,
Nice.
last one was not right.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Lovely.
That's fair.
So have you always been a monogamous person?
Have you ever cheated?
I have never cheated.
There you go.
I've never cheated.
Stand-up guy.
But you thought about it, or at least
No,
had
well,
the urge.
I mean, I've hooked
Who
up with
hasn't had
multiple
the
girls
urge?
I've hooked up with multiple girls like at the same time, but we never like we weren't
exclusive or
we weren't
anything.
like exclusive or like in like a real relationship. We were just kind of like doing whatever.
Yeah.
But no, I've never cheated. I've had the opportunity to cheat, but I don't know.
Declined
Yeah,
politely.
I've been cheated on multiple times, but
That sucks.
you know,
Amen.
but yeah, I don't know. It's not for me. I'm a principled person in a relationship, I suppose.
Nice.
In that way, I'm a disciplined, rather. I guess is the
I'll
I guess
give you-
more appropriate
like
thing
that
to
you
say.
corrected that.
Disciplined, not principled.
Disciplined, I have no
Yeah.
problem with. Principled,
Yeah,
I was like, no,
yeah.
I got mad principled.
Yeah,
motherfucker.
yeah.
Like,
yeah,
He
yeah.
said
Are-
discipline is
are-
like,
yeah,
Are you
discipline.
saying that in
Discipline is
regards
a
to
bit-
cheating, or cheating in the whole like say open thing or whatever? Or
discipline. So
Discipline in the sense that I have like the willpower to not cheat. You know, like
confine
I'd rather
yourself.
just end a relationship. Like I feel like I would end a relationship
yeah,
before.
yeah. Oh no, that's fair. I
you
mean, there's no
know,
reason
before
to
I,
ever cheat.
went
Like,
into it.
like if you get to a point where you want to fuck other people, you should have that conversation first.
yeah.
But
But even then, I mean, like, is a person that works out all the time and eats the right diet more disciplined than a person that just eats whatever they want all the time? Inherently, yeah. So basically, the same thing he's saying right there. I mean, you can go out and snack all the time, but he's being a little bit more disciplined. He's choosing to be that way. You know what I mean?
No, I was just clarifying because he was phrasing it as cheating versus just like.
Being open.
No,
Being
true.
o- yeah,
but
I was
still,
just- I was
still
just
with the being
clarifying.
open, it's
Yeah,
still
yeah.
more discipline. Still more
Yeah.
discipline. Yeah.
being open, I tried it. So towards the end of my last relationship, we tried to do an open relationship because that was kind of what she wanted, and I was kind of like
See,
I was being a simpy little bitch about it.
Here's the thing,
and
though.
I kind of just went
You
along with
identified
it. You know what I mean?
You
Like,
identified
and I really like tried and like learned a lot about it, and I got to like
You-
a point
But
where I felt comfortable about
You
it.
knew there was motivation there more than just because this is the thing,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
How do I phrase this? Like there's always like a pretense with women, right? Like
Yeah.
if a guy comes to a situation and goes, "We should have an open relationship," it's literally just that it's him going like, "Oh, I would just like to get some other pussy."
In most cases.
In most cases,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
again, you know me, king of generalization.
No. That's fair.
More often than not, when a woman comes to the situation and goes, "Let's have an open relationship," she probably has a guy like already in mind lined up,
Yeah.
Which was
which
Exactly the
which
case.
revealed to be.
But it's
yeah.
also I know they're in an open thing. What I came to understand is that when we got into a relationship, most of her friends were like, "Are you sure? Like you want to try again to be in a monogamous relationship? Because this is something that never like
right.
worked
She was
out
trying
for
to
her."
fit a triangle.
So
piece in a
kind of just
square
kind of
hole.
like did that, and then kind of, by the way, like that
was-
thing we were talking about
Yeah.
like before.
It was
yeah.
it was like trying to tell a pigeon
Yeah.
not to fly.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like
Yeah.
I just kind of got fucked. But
Yeah.
what can you do?
It happens. People grow apart all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
and it's
Relationships
not.
always
It sounds more like it was just she wasn't honest about the situation. you know
Nah,
what I
not
mean?
Yeah.
really. Yeah.
Like she should have come in the door going like, I'm an open relationship kind of person.
yeah. Yeah,
I
so-
can't keep it in one place. So, like, let me be honest with you. Like that. Be honest. It doesn't make you any less of a person. Everybody has their needs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Some people are gluttonous. Some people fuck all the time.
Yeah.
Some people are vain.
I get it. I just
People hate
don't.
black people.
I don't know. I want like an emotionally, I want a deep emotional connection with a person. So I feel like in polyamory, I feel like it's sometimes kind of excuse for emotional immaturity. You know what I mean? Not always, but in the sense that, I guess none of your chips are all in like one thing.
I get you.
True.
You know what I mean?
True.
I see what you're saying. I'd
But to
phrase it
that,
differently.
at the same time, I find it's more of a balancing act. So you do have to. There are more. Let's say, I would say in a polyamorous relationship, the relationship is more refined. You know what I mean? Because like the person can't be if you're working towards that or you're in that, the person can't be basically outwardly. They have to be inwardly secure in the relationship for it to work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All those outward drivers that usually would affect a regular relationship can't affect this one, or it instantly crumbles.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So the whole trust system is built inwardly, which I think is a little stronger because you're always testing it. It's constantly being tested, and they always know it's like, yeah, there's always another. So at the same time, everybody's constantly always trying to do their best. There's no resting upon your laurels. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like that's one thing that always drove me insane when I was growing up is just that it's like, yo, why does it feel like everybody's fucking settling?
Yeah.
Why? Like I always hated that. Like life shouldn't be about settling. You live this shit once. What experience are you trying to fucking have? Aim for them and go.
That's not necessarily. I mean, settling like in general is settling with just one person.
Settling in general. If if you with one person is not settling for you, fine, be that.
Yeah.
Cool.
Or-
like that.
or-
If that's not settling for you, that's
or,
not settling
or even
for
if you start with one person and like something's not like working out about it, it's like don't like
change up.
Yeah, like if you're like say you're like you have a crazy big sexual appetite and then like it just kind of falls off like a couple like months, years in or whatever, it's like that's a big enough deal for you. It's like why settle?
Yeah, and like we're speaking of that because like that's what we do. But like if let's say the person just like they just change and it's not someone that like you want to be with anymore, end it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I've done that tons of times. In my life.
Yeah.
I've settled tons of times when I shouldn't have. Like my last girlfriend, I was totally settling with something that wasn't really working for either of us. But we're just like, okay, we're just fucking.
What was the thing
doing
that was
this.
keeping you like at hold?
He likes the relationship.
I don't know. I did.
Yeah,
I
mean,
did.
but you can
We had a
like
lot of fun.
people.
We had a lot
Okay.
of fun.
Yeah.
But we were a fun couple. We had a lot of fun together all the time. But as like a romantic relationship, I don't think that was
So
like.
do you think you
thing.
would have
So we had the future
been better
and-
friends?
As in
Yeah.
Okay.
As in what? Like the
100%.
romance started to go out or
Yeah, and it's just like there was a lot of things a lot of red flags I ignored.
Like what?
Oh boy. Okay.
it's a podcast. You gotta give something
Yeah,
juicy
yeah,
here,
yeah.
Brandon. Come on now.
just kind of just like a very spiteful person.
Okay.
Not a very truthful person. Someone who wouldn't really communicate. Like towards the end, I was just like begging her to just
Yeah.
like. Just like talk to me,
That's
like
annoying.
communicate, like what the fuck, like
yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
like telling you how I'm feeling, like how the fuck does that make you feel?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's like
sounds
nothing.
like my ex.
You know,
Hey.
and she
That
would
was
just
how the
she
end
would
of
just
my last
instead
relationship
yeah,
was.
yeah she would just get
Aren't
mad
those
at
the
me.
funnest people
yeah.
to deal with?
Yeah, I would tell her how I
Yeah.
feel, and she would just get angry with me and yell at me when I'm trying to like. I'm not trying to fight. I'm just trying to like.
Were you there?
You
in
know,
my last
yeah,
relationship?
Yeah.
Weird. I don't know.
you know, and that sucks. It felt
Yeah.
like abusive at that point because I'm like I'm trying. You know, every time you trying to punish me for me just trying to tell you how I feel
Yeah.
and like explore, you know, discuss that. You know, and it wasn't great. The
Yeah.
end was very bad.
Yeah.
Very very bad.
Was she
So.
not honest about like specific things or just generally
Just
or
in general.
Just like, okay.
In general.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I would because this is the thing I always say is like, and this is the thing. It's I always at the end of the day I always say it's guys' fault because this is the thing when it comes to honesty. I find women are dishonest on like a nature level, like and you know it can be a wide range of dishonesty. Like it's even like perfect example of like women are like dishonest like almost in a nice way where it's like even where like they don't want to like they won't tell you the truth about something and probably like this is exactly the kind of thing she did. Like she was in a way, and maybe this sounds great. She was such a nice person. She didn't want to say the truth completely because she didn't want to hurt your feelings. Like that's how like nurturing and nice women are.
I don't think it was that for
Oh, well,
this.
maybe not her.
Yeah.
I mean, but in general, women are more like are more nurturing than
Yeah.
men. So like they don't want to hurt your feelings. So like they'll be dishonest for the sake of being nice, and so like they all do it. So it must just be a thing that's inherently
to like soften the blow.
yeah, and it like and even if down to like and that's like an innocent example of it, and they all do
Yeah.
that. So it's like it must be something that they all do on a nature level. So it's like you can't really blame them for that. It'd be like blaming a gay person for being gay, essentially. But like men's dishonesty is like we manifest it ourselves because it's like men's dishonesty is like a chick's like, oh, you know, like I like fucking Kesha and this and that, and in my mind I'm like, fuck Kesha, that dumb cunt, but I'm like, oh
How
yeah,
dare you.
I love Kesha too, and then my mind I'm like, say whatever so I can get some pussy, and then
You
guys
wanna fuck to
Yeah.
Kesha?
like, as opposed to just going, Okay, well, I don't give a fuck about Kesha. I'd like to fuck. If you're interested in that, cool. If not, then like
Just
peace.
saying whatever moves the piece forward.
And that's the thing. If
Yeah.
guys have to be willing to take their fucking ball and go home, don't be afraid of taking the L when it comes to pussy because you're gonna win out more in the end. Like you may take more of an L to begin with, but you will see a shift happen when you're not willing to like settle and put up with that bullshit. Just be honest.
So you're saying like men lie to push something forward, whereas women are lying to try to maintain a status quo.
Yes, and women almost do it unconsciously.
Yeah.
I could
Yeah.
see that.
Yeah.
No, you're absolutely correct.
And it's not necessarily like nefariously motivated.
Not at all.
So-
I don't think
and
so.
that's
I
why-
think it's actually the opposite.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. That's why you can't really blame them for that. So it's still you can still go like it's dishonest and it's fucking annoying, but it's like they can't control that like you know what I mean, at least on a nature level they all do that.
Yeah, we also just don't do that to men. We do that to kind of like everybody. I
Yeah.
can like think of a million examples right now.
Oh,
like,
I
we
want to.
really do it
I'm
to
sorry that
everybody.
you're the only woman here to answer this question, but like, I desperately want to get an answer to this.
Yeah, do we have any calls at all?
Why do women always think that like when they're wronged, the person knows how they wronged them? Why
Give me an
why they're always like,
example.
oh,
You need
they
more
know what they
specific.
did. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like, why is that a common female phrase? Like, oh, they know what they did. Like no, that's
Between
why I'm
female
asking.
and female.
Between anybody and female.
I would say that doesn't happen to me all the time. It's probably a bad person to ask, but I would say.
All right, then, Dom.
I would say I can probably answer it more like female to female rather than female to male because I think when we've talked about this actually before when females fight, a lot of the times like that doesn't go away. So like they remember that thing from like fucking 3 years ago or whatever. So if you ask someone, oh, why don't you like them or like what's up or what's going on, and they feel like they've been wronged once before, that's probably what they mean by like, oh, they know what they did. Because like chicks don't forget shit.
Okay, all guys do is forget shit. So like,
Yeah.
why do we have to hear that
I'm
shit
only
too?
talking
Like,
about female to female. I
That's
can't
fair,
really
like-
answer female to male because I don't really do that shit.
Like, tell me,
You
tell
know?
me. I don't like. Have you heard that before?
You know, I
Yeah,
constantly yell at you guys.
It makes me think of have you ever listened to the podcast Heavyweight before?
No.
This guy, he just like he just has people like he deals with these old issues that they're trying to get through. And there was one episode where this girl, she got kicked out of her sorority, right?
Yeah.
She had cancer, she beat it, and then she eventually just got kicked out of her sorority, and she doesn't know why. They wouldn't tell her, and she's trying to call up these people and like get this answer, and like all these girls are just closing the circle, and they just won't tell her. They're just like, you know what you did, and she's like, it bothers me. It like bothers her to like this day. Like none of these girls will say what she did. They're just like, you know what you did, and she's like, and
what did she do?
she can't figure it out.
that we never
Yeah.
find out.
Yeah. There's some type of like half-ass like conclusion that she comes to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't know. It might just be like feeling intimidated or like threatened by like another person, and there might not be an actual like reason that they're being upfront with. Is that sort of where you're getting at?
That's where every guy ends up, basically. It's like, oh, she's angry over nothing again.
Oh.
Because like, you don't want to. You can't actually tell us anything. So I mean, in a guy's head, that's what we do when we just want to be mad.
It's really hard for me to like.
You know what I'm
'cause
saying?
I don't do that. But I'll try to think of a better example.
That's also why you're on this
I
podcast because you're
know.
better than most bitches.
Irish. Love this man.
We've had bitches that are real sick on this podcast. It doesn't work well.
I mean,
I'm always trying, dude. I mean,
The
we've
thing
had
is,
ones
is,
where I had to
like,
go
I
deep in
think-
the basement to
I
get the
think
medicine.
guys in general are more.
You got stabbed on the way to the
confrontational.
medicine.
You know, like you say all the time, like if it really comes down to it, you'll just like have it out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But girls are not like that. And like I don't necessarily agree with that trait. I don't think it's great. I
Yeah,
think,
y'all should slug it out.
yeah, but they're like we said,
Girl
afraid to sort of disrupt the equilibrium that's happening. Because in the same note where like you're saying maybe someone's telling not like a white lie, but maybe just not being completely
to maintain
honest.
the status quo. Yeah.
Exactly. So we're constantly trying to maintain that.
Yeah.
So and another thing too, like here's one example. I don't know if this actually answers your question, but for a lot of the times, like for females to process their emotions, sometimes it takes like a little bit longer. And for me personally, if I'm taking like a quote unquote little bit longer, which may be like an hour or two if I'm upset about something, that time I'm taking to realize, is that actually something that I really need to be mad about, or am I overreacting? And I don't know if like a lot of people do that, but I think that is this worth me disrupting the status quo is where I take that beat. You know what I mean?
For me,
or am I just in my head about something and I'm not being sensible?
I go through that rather quickly. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
maybe
Like
you
once
do,
I get
but
the
females don't as fast.
like,
I think
because I feel like you guys don't like
a lot of the
I write
times.
out the emotion first. You know what I'm saying? You literally deal with the emotion first, and then it's like, all right, what am I gonna do now?
Because
I'm gonna
we
calm down.
get that same initial gut emotional reaction that y'all get, except we're more often than not able to catch ourselves before it leaves our mouth.
I think we are actually trained to catch ourselves.
Yeah.
Because you see like I see
we feel it. It becomes a physical feeling as opposed to one we
no,
express.
not at all. Have you ever seen a man that's grown up with only a mother?
Yes.
Like
Yes,
me.
they're a little bit more unhinged emotionally. Like they literally like they snap that like they're literally a
Yeah,
little bit
yeah,
more
yeah, 'cause they
free with their emotion. Like
Yeah.
they'll go off a little bit more. So I really do think it's the societal training of men to be like, yo, like especially with all our interactions with women, we can't treat like if we get angry at a woman, we can't go off on them the same way we do with men.
Sure.
So we inherently have this reservation in our head. Because we have to treat one part of society differently. So once you can treat one person differently, you can treat anybody differently. You know what I mean? So we constantly have to do that, and that's something that you guys don't have to do. Everybody's either an equivalent or the patriarchy.
I'm gonna come back to that, but okay.
No, I
I
mean,
hear what you're saying.
I mean, if you disagree, you can disagree. I mean,
I'm just trying to think of a good example because I feel like I'm being vague.
who
but-
don't you guys treat equally?
No, I treat everyone equally.
I mean, for the most part, women, I mean, they go at a man the same way they would go at a woman and all that type of stuff for the most part.
yeah, but you
especially in the US
can't
here.
can't sit here and tell me that men treat everybody equally.
No, I just said they treat each
Yeah.
other. They treat people
Yeah,
differently.
exactly.
I
and then
just
you're
said
saying that
differently.
women treat everybody the same.
For the most part, yes.
Yeah.
Because everybody's either an equal or you guys they're completely offensive to you, the patriarchy or whatnot. So like, why not? So either you treat them an equal or worse because they're offensive to you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The other way, we either have to like, I mean, we can't come at you the way we come at me, so we have to treat you better.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Did I answer your question?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay.
Yeah, you did. But I guess I wasn't happy with the answer. Yeah. So, what was the? So, you do a lot of kinky stuff in your act, like
Yes.
yeah. So, when did you? Because like when I was younger, I didn't understand that. Like, so I have a big like anal fetish.
Yeah.
Or ass fetish or whatever, and like coming up I didn't understand it because like I thought like only like gay guys were into ass, and like so I was like, damn, I like ass, but like
Did you think you were gay?
yes, I did for a while growing up. That's
Really?
why, like, yeah,
How
yeah, I
long?
did
you
for a little
thought because
bit.
you wanted
How
to
long
put
did
in
you
girls'
th-
butts?
Yeah, yeah, I did for a very long time. Yeah,
Like
for a very
how
long time.
Like from what age to what age?
Probably like second grade to like 6th or 7th when you start figuring shit out.
That's young, very perceptive of you to
Oh,
even
dude.
know
I mean,
what that
I
is.
knew I was into like the first time I ever got in trouble for like booty was literally I was talking to my friend on the phone in the 2nd grade. Like I brought up this entire conversation about booty in the 2nd grade.
The 2nd grade,
Bro,
This-
like-
I think it's weird to be like that
Whose
horny as a
booty
2nd
did
grader.
you
That's
Exactly.
wild.
to
Yeah,
spark
horny
you?
for
Exactly.
butt.
So
That's what I wanna
that's
know.
why like I
As a
don't.
J-Lo.
That's why it was very easy for me to understand like gay people early on. It's like you didn't have
Yeah.
a choice in this. I didn't have a choice in this
Yeah.
shit either. You know what I mean? Like I didn't choose
You
that.
just want ass.
I wanted that
Yeah.
before my dick could get hard.
Yeah.
Like what was I supposed to do
I
with
don't
it?
think you can. I don't think you can choose your initial kinks. I think you can be open to more kinks
You can.
after.
Yes.
But like your initial one, you're just like, oh, that's
It just
fun.
yeah, it just gets you.
I
I'm
will-
born this way.
I've always thought that. I think I think a lot of sexuality takes place at like super young age.
Yeah.
I think you're making like these wild connections that you
Yes.
can't really. I think it's really chaos. Like I have like some theories that I guess will probably be like offensive to a lot of people that I won't necessarily maybe get into right now. But I think a lot of it takes place like when at very young age.
No, go ahead.
And you okay, all right,
Go
we'll
right
go for
ahead.
it. Okay, so what I think a lot of people probably don't want to hear, but like I think people are maybe born inclined maybe one way or another about their sexuality, like whether you're like like who you want to fuck, whether you want to fuck
Yeah.
a man or a woman, whether you're gay or not. But I don't think you're born that way. I think it just happens. You know what I mean?
I agree.
I think the connections just get made. But the problem, but I still think that has to be the narrative, because the problem isn't that. The problem is homophobia, right?
Yeah.
Like if we acknowledge that as being real, then people think, like homophobic people think that they can control it somehow, or like they'll blame themselves or whatever the fuck, you know? Like it opens the gate for people to be homophobic in a way that is like really not great.
If like homophobia didn't exist, then we wouldn't
Totally.
have so
Yeah.
many of these
Totally. That
issues.
conversation would be
Yeah.
like more
A lot of more people would be in the middle.
easy to have. Like you kind of have to have it that way, that people are just, you know, straight up born out of the gate like that, because otherwise people are going to be shitty about it. Like
Yeah.
that's the big problem.
Yeah.
You know, but thinking about all these other like fetishes and stuff, like you weren't born wanting, like you let's say I'm obsessed with girls stepping on bugs with high heels on, right? Like I didn't pop out that way.
You can't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Let's say like I can feel as passionately about that with my dick as, you know, just like wanting to fuck a guy or a woman or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
You know, but that don't come out that way. Like I think it all takes place. It's just like it's just chaos. There's no way to really focus in on what event necessarily makes it happen.
Ooh, we got a call.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, cue him in. Hey, how's it going? You're on the Kingz Podcast. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hello.
Hello. This is Vanessa calling from Boston. How are you guys doing?
Good.
Good.
How you doing,
Vanessa?
Vanessa?
Yeah, thank you. So question. I'm so sorry I missed. I didn't really know what you guys were talking about, but I tuned in and we're talking about Kingz tonight, or is that what we're talking about tonight?
Kingz?
Oh, we're talking about
We're starting to get into
Kingz,
it.
whatever.
We're
whatever
starting to
it
get
is.
into it a little bit, yeah.
If you got relationship
Okay.
questions, whatever it is,
Alright,
baby.
So my question is, I'm seeing this guy and everything's good. Everything's going good. Sex is good. Everything's good. But he seems to be. He said it from the get-go that he would not be into anal. Is there any way we can change this? But he just said that, well, if you really want to, I'll do it. But that's not sexy. That's not, I wouldn't want him to like, oh, I am doing it.
So like him doing anal to you or you doing anal to him?
Him doing anal to me.
I have a question real quick. Hi, Vanessa.
Yeah.
Have you thought or suggested, is he just kind of like weirded out by the idea of putting his dick somewhere?
I try to, mention it, but he said like, oh, buttholes are gross.
Well, would he be open to using a toy?
I know the answer.
Not too sure. We haven't talked about it yet.
I think
What do
that's a
you-
great
what are you
idea.
thinking?
I think I had the perfect idea for you. How adverse is he to you trying things on him?
Well, okay, so if he's not even willing to try things on me, what do you think the odds of me trying things on him?
You gotta ask.
You gotta ask. You have to ask. It may be a lot higher, honestly.
And this.
No, I was just because I just got, kind of weirded out because it's a simple thing like anal and he's not into. I'm not sure if he, because he strikes me as a very vanilla.
So okay, that's what I was gonna ask Vanessa. So he comes off very vanilla. Does he? Because I would say like I would almost start like I see where Karizmatik was going, was maybe start trying to incorporate just assy type things.
He has to see the benefit of it. He's not into it at all. You said he's vanilla. He knows the benefit of vanilla sex. He does not see the benefit of this sex. You have to show him the benefit somehow.
Yeah, I feel like either guys or I've had guys that are super like they'll text me midday, be like, oh, I'm missing your finger up my ass. Either they love it,
Nice.
or they are absolutely grossed out.
You go,
Hell yeah.
girl.
So I feel like he's the latter one, and I don't know if
And wait, so and Vanessa, I take it. So you're because what I'm hearing basically in my mind is hearing is that you're a soldier and this guy is very vanilla. So I'm thinking that your options are either you're gonna have to like be like Gandalf and show him the way to Mount Doom, like lead him there because he's gonna need someone to teach him. Or maybe he's just not up to the because you sound like sexually you sound like a soldier, like you're down. He either sounds timid, afraid. Maybe he just hasn't dealt with a woman that's as forward or as down as you are. So you might have to lead him there a bit.
Yeah, I'm with what Ani said. I say toys, like maybe like use a toy on yourself in front of him, or like while you guys are fucking, like use like a butt plug or something like that, or just have and then maybe you can get him to eventually put it in you. Mm-hmm. And then kind of go from there. Yeah, you can ease into it, but at the end of the day, like if that is his line, maybe you can't force it, but you can try. They
also have toys where you can like put something in your butt and it's like a cock ring, so that might be good for him because he'll have like equal pleasure while also using a toy.
The toy you have, or there's the double dick toy that Irish, you have one of those.
Oh yeah, I have this toy. It's really great. You can check out because this is the thing too. Is like at the end of the day, all guys are savages. Like we do like dirty sexual shit. So it's like. So like there's a pathway to getting this guy to being down to fucking you in the ass. Now I have this toy. Maybe this is a good start, and this might be a good medium because if he's completely averse to putting it in your ass, this will make both parties happy. What it is it's essentially picture a cock ring, right? That goes around his dick. There's little rabbit ears on top that'll buzz against your clit. Now under the cock ring is a dildo attachment that'll go in your ass that vibrates. So he can basically be double penetrating you. He'll still be fucking you in the pussy. So if he's completely against anal, he can stay in your pussy. That'll go in your ass, and it's pretty good size and everything.
That
and it
sounds
vibrates.
like the best of
Boom.
Wild
worlds.
technology these days. Jesus Christ, what a world, huh?
Solutions.
Yeah.
And you know what? If you DM us,
what is she saying?
Sorry, say that again, baby.
No, I said, where did you get this to? That sounds fantastic.
Yeah,
I tell you what, Vanessa, if you where's the best place you can reach us? The Kingz Podcast Instagram.
Yep.
If you have Instagram or if you email us, reach out to us. I'll make sure that we send you a link to it, and we'll get you well on your way to getting some good anal fun with your man. Your man.
We are all about anal here.
We have an email too if you feel more comfortable doing that. It's kingspodcast@gmail.com, and then it's Kingz Podcast on Instagram as well. So definitely hit us up and we'll help you out.
Perfect. Thank you, Ani. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thanks so much, Vanessa. Anytime. Hey, call back in and let us know how it goes, okay, after we send you that.
Definitely. Thank you, guys.
Good luck.
Take care.
All right, take care. Bye.
All right.
Are you going to hit the X there, Dom? Oh, look at that. God damn it.
First
First
call of
caller.
success.
Oh, God, dude.
Nice.
I got such a boner while it's happening.
That's so nice.
I think the last solution would be the perfect one for her because that gets her it now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That gets her it now.
And
Like I don't think he'll ever
get
get
the door to that too. Like
Yeah.
you know what I mean? He's gonna see that and he's gonna start going like, like she's
no,
really getting
not
off that.
every guy wants to do this.
Maybe not, but I'm saying it's a
Understand that
possibility.
I've met guys in the past that would not let women perform cunnilingus on them.
That's
So,
crazy.
bro, but these people exist.
No,
And
I
so
believe
if
it.
you're
I believe
dating
it.
one of these people, you need advice for these people, not for other people.
Also, you just need to like kind of slowly go into that. If it's someone
You
who's
do.
very like standoffish.
I was gonna
about
ask,
that
have you
sexually.
tried porn yet?
Yeah.
Have y'all watched porn together yet? I was gonna ask that question. Like that's an easy start. Have y'all watched porn? Have you touched his booty hole? Have y'all tried that
'Cause
shit?
I saw that's where you're going. It's like, well, like, what about you doing some stuff to his booty hole? Like,
Fuck
Show
her
him
being
how
a
fun it
soldier
could be.
right now. Like she needs a solution, not compliments, motherfucker. Anyways,
Calm down.
but that's the reality. Like, you know, sometimes the chick might be the sexual object in the relationship. And
Yo.
what I mean by that is like the one that like knows how to fuck best.
see, not the sexual object. He ends up being the object because she's trying to get him to do what she wants. He's the object. She got to get him.
Oh,
to
see,
perform.
I define the sexual object in a relationship as the one who knows more about fucking.
She's the predator.
Yeah,
That's
like,
the better word. She's
fine,
the
if you wanna put it
predator.
that way, yeah,
He's the
that's-
prey in this one.
We're saying the same. I
You
will
know what I'm saying? Take it from the predator. She's the predator.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She
Yeah.
predarizing that shit. All right. So I'm proud of her.
Yeah.
and this
I'm
is
proud
the
of
thing,
the
right?
21st century.
There's
This made me. This is a girl. Who is she? I want to buy her first butt toy. Like, what the hell?
Charismatic's like, I will work overtime and buy that toy for her.
I don't like women like this. I am never able to find. Where is this woman?
And that's what I was gonna say too. Is like, there's guys listening out there pulling their hair out because they're like, I can't get my chick to do anal, and like she's like, I want anal.
I'm gonna put up something on our Instagram after this show about like sex toys and stuff, and maybe we can do some kind of like giveaway or something.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Yo, sponsors.
Yeah.
Perfect for you. Get your products out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, the double dick.
The double dick. Yo, get
Sponsored
your people
by
double dick.
dick.
Double dicking. Sponsored by the Kingz.
What were we talking about before this? Because I wanted to comment on something
Triple
that you
dicking.
said. Oh, I have a question. Because my roommate and I were actually talking about this yesterday. When did you guys first have sex ed?
Probably 6th grade,
6th grade
5th or 6th grade, I think.
Sophomore year.
of high school?
I went to Catholic school my entire life.
Okay.
Oh yeah, they want to push that back.
Yeah, and it wasn't even good.
Yeah, there's like don't.
Really?
No, they're like, oh, girls get periods.
Never
So-
guys.
And that was like the
Yeah.
gym teacher, like
Don't have sex with
everyone
her
get
kids.
together.
Yeah.
Watch it.
I thought
There
it
you
was
go.
weird
Have
because
fun.
The gym teacher was mine too.
she went to a private Catholic school and she learned about it in the 3rd grade.
Wild.
Oh
That's
wow.
quick.
The 3rd grade, and I was like, I feel like that's young.
What did they learn?
No, you
And
know what?
What
It's not
sex?
young.
Where babies come from?
You said it's a Catholic school?
Yeah.
No, it's
Did
not
they
young
learn
because
how it
think about it.
happened?
Back in Jesus' days, they used to fuck as young as 11. So like,
But,
they're just going through the same
said
shit.
You had like health, like sex
You
ed
said
in,
where
like,
babies
8th grade.
come from, not how they're
They don't
made.
update the
Not
scripture.
you
God's
know,
not wrong.
But like where that
That's
you
not
had
that
to
bad.
had sex
That's
to
not
like
the-
make a baby.
They didn't explain
But
that
I didn't have like sex ed until like freshman year of high school, and I had already.
I would
had
say
sex,
she
so-
didn't either. They just told her where babies come from.
Well, like she knew what sex was at that age.
They taught her in that class, or
I
she
guess
knew.
so.
See, you just guessing
I'm
too
gonna ask her right
ask
now.
her. 'cause
Yeah, that seems a
I'm
little
gonna
wild. That does seem a
clarify.
little wild, especially for Catholic school.
No,
It
that's
seems a
what I
little
said. I was like,
crazy,
I feel
yeah.
like that's young. But
And like, how
not
old is
to-
she?
She's my age.
She's your age?
Yeah.
Why did
And,
you
like-
Why did you lie, honey?
I didn't lie.
Why are you lying to
do you
maintain
mean?
the status quo?
What do you mean?
Hey, Ani, I wish you weren't such a fucking liar.
I didn't lie on anything.
Quit being a liar, you coward.
Oh, that's why you got to check, right? Okay.
Wait,
Okay.
No. I'm just gonna say. Hold on. Okay. There was a reason why I was asking this. Go on. I'm gonna text her and then.
You didn't give us the reason.
No, I can't remember now because we got
About when I was talking
distracted.
about like fetishes and like
All right, so
learning
we-
at a young age
Oh
and stuff
yes,
like that.
thank
yeah.
you.
We went
Thank
over
you.
my kink. What else kink you guys got?
My
Like,
question to that was, do you feel like you understood your kinks before or after you had sex ed? Or knew what sex was? Even if it's not sex ed, whenever you understood what sex was.
Probably after, but it was probably mostly just from watching porn. Like butt stuff, I put that into a different thing because I guess that was like there are certain fetishes that I think are just are tactile. Like
Yeah,
butt
yeah.
stuff is like that's called like tactile, like choking, scratching,
Yeah,
all
yeah,
that
yeah.
stuff is tactile. That's stuff that you like grow to like, not necessarily
I was born to like
that
it.
you're like, yeah, I guess you're
When
born
did
to-
when did you?
I
well,
mean, you
said
can definitely
second-
like focus in and like want to do it, but I guess like understanding like the feeling and really liking.
Yeah.
Like I could have put like a battery in my ass and
Yeah.
been like, oh, not for me, like.
So you were
good
young
day,
when
sir,
you
yeah.
realized that you like butts.
Yeah.
How old?
I
were you
didn't know
when you
that
figured
translated
out, like,
into
what
anal,
kinks
but,
you were
like-
into?
I just kind of figured them out as I experienced them and or like saw them in porn and shit.
Yeah.
It's
So,
So like, how old were you though?
Early teens, probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was the first one? I feel like for him it's bondage. He looks like a bondage ass motherfucker. This Viking motherfucker.
Why do you know me so well?
Like, I don't know. It's
This
just-
German fuck.
He look like, bro. He just everything about him screams, "I'm gonna tie this motherfucker up." Like, I don't know why the beard, the hair, like the swords on the wall. Like, I don't know.
I feel like I knew what my kinks were before I had sex, like ever.
What was your kink? And women usually do know this though.
Yeah.
They usually do. You're able to teach them a lot more kinks, but they usually do have one.
Yeah, but I didn't understand them until like obviously later on in life. But like,
And did you get your kink before you started having sex, or right after you started having sex?
oh, way after.
Wait, after. Yes, you guys get it
No,
after,
I
but you
knew what
understand
it
it
was.
more.
I knew what it was, but like since I was
They-
young and I couldn't articulate like what that was, I didn't really understand it.
Really?
Like thinking back hindsight, I'm like, oh, I definitely knew that about myself prior to having sex, but didn't explore it until like little bit later on in my sexual history.
Yeah, see, I found when I was younger, I just kind of like found everything like awesome and shit. Like,
You're literally gonna blast your pants if you just
yeah.
like smell a woman.
And I think legit like the first bit of porn I ever saw was like it was when I was still living in Alabama, so I had to be in like somewhere between kindergarten and second grade, and it was a nudie mag that I found in the woods.
Yep, classic.
Yeah, but it had like everything in it.
Oh, wow.
Mine is a little
Like
bit more
everything.
adventurous than that.
I have one too.
Like, I started like getting on the internet and stuff like around like 13, 14.
Yeah.
And like I started like at night when my parents went upstairs, I was like, yo, what is on this shit? Like I started like trying to look around for like what I could find.
Yeah.
And like I started going through like I learned how to do the drop down for the history. And I was like, yo, what are these sites? Because I saw someone was going to some other sites that were XXX rated or some shit. So I started clicking on them. It's like cartoon porn. I'm like, oh,
Hell
shit, what
yeah.
the fuck?
God.
So I'm
Nice.
like clicking through that for like a couple months. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, I want to see some real people. So like I'm trying to find my way to real people. And like I'm typing in like ass in all the search bars, right? We got a call.
Oh, we got another call. What's up? You're on the Kingz Podcast. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, this is Dre.
Holy
Colorado.
shit! This is my little brother.
Oh,
Ew.
shit. What's
Oh,
up, Dre?
shit. What's up, Dre?
Hey man, how's it going?
Not bad, not bad. So listen, what's going on? You got any relationship questions? Anything that's going on? Tell us
your sexual secrets.
what's going on.
then tell us everything
bond.
about Irish.
Let's bond live on the internet. Let's bond live on the internet, bro.
Well, no sexual secret, but
Boo.
I mean, I don't really. I don't know. I mean, hold on. Sorry,
You're thinking about it. Okay.
Yeah. But I don't know. I haven't really got any sexual secrets. But what I would say is that, I mean, are we just giving like advice, or are we asking advice?
Yeah. What's I know you're in a new little relationship and stuff. How's that going? Anything you're banging your head against the wall? Like what's?
Not really. I mean,
Well, did he want to give advice or take
sometimes
advice?
she just. Ooh, I could give or take. I mean, either way, but you know.
Ah, yeah.
Okay, what the young man has to give.
Let's see what the young man has for give advice. Let's see. I'm curious.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see.
You and your brother ever tongue kiss or thought about it?
No, not like that. Not like that. Definitely not like that. But I'd say for giving, I'd say you just gotta roll with it. And sometimes you might not like what she does, but love her sometimes for that. But also at the same time, you know, sometimes she has to like compromise with you. So it goes both ways. You know, it's not just one side has it all.
See, this is the thing. This is where I disagree because I very much believe in that there's no such thing as a 50-50 relationship.
Agreed.
It's not always
But at the
yeah,
same
it's not
time, he said
50-50 at
compromise. He
all.
didn't say 50-50. But at the same time, what type of
No,
relationship are you talking
exactly.
about? I'm talking like long-term relationship. You talking like 1 year, 2 year? Like what are you compromising?
Like I compromise the little things, you know, wanting to go out, where to eat, you know, it's little stuff like that. But you know, sometimes she's like, "Oh, I want to go get Chipotle," and I'm like, "No, I want McDonald's," and then you both decide on somewhere else. I don't know. It's something little like that. It's not anything.
Yeah,
major,
yeah. Now that's
you know.
cool. Like
Not ma-
like
yeah.
the stuff that you shouldn't have to compromise on if you don't want to is like, let's say you eat regular and she's a vegan and like she's like you have to be a vegan and like
hell no.
that's
No.
exactly that's
Oh,
Or
hell no.
you're gonna go hang with the boys or whatever. Like
and like I don't like your friends. Like okay,
Yeah,
you don't
no,
have to
oh,
like them.
yeah.
I'm gonna still hang out with them. Like
facts.
Yeah, no, like you just reminded me of a perfect example. Like I'd say like a month ago, like she was hanging out with a bunch of dudes, and I was just like, I'm not having it. So I straight up talked to her, and I was like, yo, like these dudes.
But, like,
I
why?
don't like these
Here-
dudes.
yeah.
No, but if he's not okay with that, he has the option to leave. But like, there's no reason that she shouldn't be able to have guy friends. But if he's uncomfortable with it, that's on you.
See,
Yeah, but what makes you
but this is the thing,
uncomfortable
right?
about it?
This is
Exactly.
this is the mentality I always say because I always say, look, I always put it this way: is like your girl, 1,000 guys can want to fuck your girl, but only she can let that happen. So like you have to send you have to send your woman out there with the like I wouldn't even react to it. Like you have to send your woman out there with the confidence that like if she's buying what you're selling enough, then she's gonna not fuck any of these people that are trying to fuck her. And
Security.
if she does,
And that's
then,
exactly
then,
what I
then-
realized.
and if she does, then you thank her because she's giving you your time back, which is the most precious thing to you.
So that's what I realized. I realized, she's independent and she can handle the situation on her own because if need be, she can put those guys in check because those guys know me and, they know not to fuck with me too. So, sometimes they know, hey man,
Bad boy.
back off.
Nah, bro. You see, at the end of the day, that is like that's the youth in you a little bit because like you can't catch every guy in the world, and you know what I'm saying. Like you can't catch everybody. It's impossible,
Yeah.
and you spend so much time chasing them. It's not practical. So like that should never
That's
like
just facts, yeah.
yeah. So like you should just always trust her. Just always trust her because like you don't have the time for that shit. You won't don't deal with it at all. Either you
No.
trust her or you don't. You're not even gonna deal with that shit.
But it's also natural, I think, at the beginning of a relationship to have a little bit, of trust issues because you're gonna build that and feel each other out about like who you are. But ultimately, you have to try to like, give her that. That distance for her to be able to, for her to go and hang out with.
One of the
you
first
know.
instances of like a relationship with me, like I started a relationship with a girl, and like literally the second week of our relationship, some dude asked her out on a date to a winery, and she asked me if she could go. I was like, why not? Like, why shouldn't you be able to go to a winery? This shit's all paid for you. I mean, it's like someone else is going to wine and dine you. I'm a few miles away. It's gonna be hard for me to do that right now, and like you get to enjoy all this shit. And all I have to do is trust you not to give it up.
Like,
you know what I'm saying? Like, why shouldn't you be able to enjoy the night?
Yeah.
Yeah. If
She was
you're not gonna fuck
asking
him, who
you,
gives a
you
shit?
know what I mean?
Someone else is giving you attention that I'm gonna fuck you for. Someone else is giving you food that I'm gonna fuck you for.
He's
Someone else
doing
is giving
the
you
work
wine that
for
I'm
you.
gonna fuck you for. Like,
That's alpha shit.
hell yeah.
And her asking you is a pretty like big like
Oh
show
my
of
God.
trust too.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
bro.
Like that's her
What?
being like, that's cool. You know
It's
what I mean?
awesome.
Yeah.
Trustworthy and open.
Okay, so here's something I
Yeah,
think is
exactly.
a good. Here's something I think is a good like difference on a highlight I think between like young versus like sort of where we're at right now is like so like how long have you been with this current chick, Dre?
About 4 months.
4 months. Okay. How soon into the relationship did you drop the L word?
If you've dropped it, it's too soon.
Yeah.
Let me just say that. If you have dropped it, it's too
I don't-
soon.
No, wait, no. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of somebody else. No, that was like my ex. No, that was my ex. Never mind. No, I haven't dropped that.
You haven't said I love you to this girl yet.
I mean, I have, but only recently.
Okay, it's
So
like
after
Alright.
like
Past 2
3
months.
months.
Recently. Not 3. No, not 3 months ago. Like 2 months ago.
I'm sorry. They gotta
Okay.
They gotta work for that for me. Like you gotta work. Like I've heard it months before I've ever said it. Like you gotta
No, but she-
work.
she-
Like
she-
work.
Yeah.
Did she
No,
drop
but
it back?
She said it first.
She
said it
did?
first. Yeah, she said it first, actually.
Girls usually be tumbling first on that one. They usually be tumbling first on that one. Honestly, they usually be tumbling first on that one. I, like because I mean you guys are a little bit
I'm
more
not gonna lie
emotionally
though.
honest. Go ahead.
I didn't say it back immediately though. It took me some time. I was like, hey, I don't know. I gotta think about that. And then eventually I
fucking
came around to
soldier
it.
move. I like that. God damn it, hell yeah.
He still said it. He
I
still
was
said
like-
it. Would it take you like a
I
day?
was- yeah, I was like, no, not a day.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
2 days, 3 days, a weekend.
No, not a weekend. It was like a couple weeks. It was like 2 or 3 weeks. So I was like, okay.
Okay.
I think I can come
Oh,
down.
I'll give that to him.
stud pimp. All right. I like it. I like it. All right, I'll give you credit there.
I gave it 2 months. I was like, all right. Like, I warn people though. I do have a little bit of an addictive personality. I'm a nice guy. I'm a really nice guy. I'm a sweetheart. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Gotta guard the heart sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Dre, if you're a nice guy, you gotta guard your heart sometimes. You gotta hold that L word hostage a little bit.
100%.
And this is the thing, like and Karizmatik, if I have talked about this like after the podcast has been off before and stuff, and it's like we talk about it's like, man, as guys, sometimes we beat our fucking heads against the wall when it comes to women because it's like, you know, like I explained earlier, right, where I go like a woman's trying to turn you into this Prince Charming, which is perceivably like, you know, this softened, like booby air, rubbing my thumb over your hand, goofy, like cuddly shit, right? Like that's their quest is to turn you into that, and it's like you got to stay the man that you are when you come into it, and it's just like as guys, it's infuriating, and like part of the reason we resent women sometimes is like we want to be and do that, but if we be and do that, you will inherently lose respect for us and shit. So then we have to do this thing where we have to be
That's-
like
yeah.
10
I don't
times.
know
We have to
if
be.
lose respect is the word I would use.
Well, phrase it however you want, but the point is, it's like we then
You get bored.
It forces, yeah, you get bored, and it forces us. Then it forces us to have to be colder than we want to you. Like we have to be meaner to you than we actually want to be. Like if the relationship's gonna work out.
Yeah. I mean, in my relationships, it's usually works out that like, so
You check her when she gets out of place.
yeah, but only then. Other than that, other in those places, other than that, everybody, any other woman that looks at my relationship, they're like, yo, she runs your relationship. I don't give a damn what you think. When I'm stressed out, I'll roar. That's what lions do, right? I'm an African. Lions are Africans, right? When they roar, they only roar a few times, right?
Yep.
They only roar when they're stressed out. I'm only gonna roar when I'm stressed out. If they want to run the rest of the thing, because women love activities, man.
Do you know
I'm gonna
that
get out
for-
their way.
Do you know that for sure about lions? I feel like you're just going for
They're
it.
not
right now.
European.
I
They're
don't know,
not
dude.
European. I know
I
that.
think,
but
I think
it's like-
lions roar all the fucking time. I think they just roar just all the time.
No.
That's fantastic.
They only roar at specific
Don't-
intervals.
Don't they sometimes
Just
even like
making
roar in
some
their
fucking
sleep?
National Geographic shit up to make a point. Get the fuck out of here.
Their roars are like
Yeah.
police sirens.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's half, sometimes it's full. Yo. So, I mean, did you have any questions for us?
I don't know. I mean, like, all right, what's the craziest thing that's a girl's ever said to you that just made you want to break up?
Made me want to break up with her? I'm the wrong person to answer this question. No
Mm-hmm.
breakups here.
Mine's gonna get dark.
Let's see. 3 months into a relationship, telling me what the names of our 3 kids would be if we had kids. Bye-bye.
Wild.
Gross.
Oh, yeah, no breakups because those ones ended on the first date.
Wow, it ended as soon as it came up. I went bye-bye.
Yeah, exactly.
Getting called controlling because I didn't want my girlfriend to fuck another guy. That was a good one.
Winner!
That was pretty
Now
good.
that.
like you can't control that, but at the same time, to call you controlling, like if you say no to that,
It's
then
a
like, yeah, no,
it's a boundary.
yeah, it's a boundary. I do not
know?
want to continue this
Yeah,
relationship
yeah.
if you do that. Yeah,
Uh-huh,
like
yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Controlling, I don't think is the word.
No,
I don't think
I wouldn't
that's the- I
say
don't think
so.
that's the
You
word. I
know?
don't think that's the word at all.
You don't want
I think
podcast
it's hurtful. You
I think sane is the right word for that.
like
Hey, Dom, can you get the front door?
I've always thought that like I like. No, like that's not like you get to decide if you want to be in a relationship with me if I'm fucking other people. You get to decide if you want to be part of that, because you're going to eventually have to share me, which is like, I mean, they say if you slept with someone else, you slept like, you know, you're sharing
Yeah.
people.
I had a similar one to yours where it was what was it? A chick I was dating had just got this new job, and I sent her flowers at her work, and then she told me that it was very manipulative of me to send her flowers at work. And I
What
was
the
like,
fuck?
I don't know, like just the gesture or the display of like, because it created people going like, oh, he sent you the flowers or whatever. And I was like, what did you just say to me, you crazy bitch? Like what? I bought you fucking flowers. Suck my dick.
How about you, young man?
Me?
Yes, sir.
I'd say actually a pretty similar situation. I brought this girl flowers right before I was going to work. It was like 2 years ago, I think. I dropped it off like at her house because I knew like she wasn't home, but I knew she'd come back and she'd like see the flowers, and they were real ass flowers. I dropped like $30 on them at like a rose shop or
Okay.
something like that.
Okay.
Drop them off. I get off my break at work. I check my phone. First thing I see is, are these fake flowers? And I was like, well, you gotta be shitting me. Like,
Oh my God.
come on. Like,
Yeah.
and they were
bye,
big.
bitch.
It was a big ass bouquet of flowers.
Like, flowers, you got to be really careful.
Yeah.
You got to make
Hey, that-
sure they're
hey, get
a
this,
flower
though.
girl, you know? Because, like, if they're
Get this,
not,
though.
they
That
can be
same girl-
bad. Yeah.
Yeah, that same girl dumped me at prom because she cheated on me with a Marine. So
Hell yeah.
Wow.
yeah, that was rough.
Wow.
Ah.
Yeah, it was rough.
I'm sorry to laugh. I
Mhm.
laughed because I'm like, she ended up breaking up with you after all that shit. Like, really?
Side note about being a flower girl.
Yeah, she cheated on me with Marie.
One of my friends was some dude liked her one time and asked me like if he could send her flowers. Not like asking my permission, but if I thought it was a good idea. And I was like, she's not a flower person, but you could send her donuts. And he did. That went better.
That's great.
Yeah.
Some girls are eaters.
I would love donuts.
Yeah.
I would love someone to send me
Who
donuts.
doesn't love donuts?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I can't remember the last time I picked down on donuts. I would really enjoy some.
Oh my
Some
god.
maple donuts. I love the maple glazed.
Oh,
oh
shit.
man, like
Apple
I'm a simple
cider.
guy. Oh, that's good too. That's
Dog, I
awesome.
brought a whole bag
rare
of
treat.
donuts.
A Boston cream pie.
Oh my god.
I love it.
Tremendous. Fucking tremendous, dog.
Yo, man.
The true language of love is donuts. Like, you
And
gotta
booty
do-
holes.
Yeah,
And
booty holes.
Booty holes and donuts.
Makes sense,
Buttholes
very
and
similar.
donuts. Yeah.
Circles are the
Yeah.
shape of love,
Yeah.
not hearts.
Yeah.
Well, Dre, if you don't, I don't know if you have any other questions or if any of your fucking buddies there have any questions, but if not, we'll let you go and we'll have a call in again on one of the other podcasts, buddy.
Well, yeah, I gotta go somewhere in like an hour, so I'm probably gonna hang out because I haven't slept all day, so I'm gonna get some sleep.
All right, sounds good, stud.
Sweet
Take it easy.
dreams.
Thanks
Bye,
for
bud.
calling in, buddy. Love you.
All right, ladies.
See
Love
you.
too, bud.
Bye.
I'm so glad he said love you too, because I would have been so
Aw.
sad if he didn't. If he was like, okay, bye, and I was gonna be like,
He'll say it to her, but not to me. What? Oh my god.
that fucking
I was your
he's
first
dead to
bitch.
me. I predicted
Okay.
the night you were born.
Oh boy.
Wow.
So like Anya, let's jump right back into that. So like what kink what was your kink that you discovered? I let you, oh, you thought I was gonna let that run away?
Yeah, oh, it's
No.
sitting
No,
on
we
it.
all-
Always does this to me.
Like,
I'll
Sitting
bring
on
up
it for
something,
so
we'll get
long.
off track for like 20 minutes. I'm like, nice.
He
No
just
one
went-
realized what I just said.
He just went.
and then he just comes right in. and
Throws it back up.
all
Let's
the
go,
time.
let's go, honey.
Talking about just like the first thing that I
Yeah,
thought of.
just the first
Okay.
thing.
Well, that's very basic, but I like knew that like I like to dress up or I like to like get slapped and like shit like that. And
Dress up how? Are you like a lingerie girl? Or are you like
Yeah.
a full like
whoa,
cosplay?
Clarify. Get slapped where? That's.
Yeah,
ass
where
slap.
Oh, ass up. Okay.
that just invigorated
That's-
me.
yeah. Because ass slap's great. Like it's different when chicks are like slap me
No,
in the
don't
face.
fucking touch my face.
No,
Yeah,
yo,
Money
no, no,
maker
no,
right there.
no,
Don't
no,
touch my
Like
face.
when chicks like hit me in the face, I'm like, I'm not gonna do that.
No.
Sorry.
I know when they say hit me in the face,
No.
I'm a large black man. You're trying to incriminate me. No, I'm not doing
No.
this.
So it's I think it's weird that you realize you'd like to get like ass slapped before.
You like get spanked.
Yeah.
Because it's like because like I was saying like that's like I feel like a tactile thing that you
Mhm.
learn. So it's probably more about like getting dommed a little bit.
So
Kinda thing.
here's a King's exclusive.
Wait, it says kick story time.
King story time.
So, and I was watching. I don't remember what I was watching. I was watching, I think, some documentary, and
God,
there's
just talk over the plug.
what? I'm sorry.
You can't talk
Keep
over the
going
drops
now.
Yeah, go ahead now.
There's like something about like kinks being related to trauma,
Okay.
and
Oh my God, was I suffocated by a butt?
no, but like out of
You,
love.
you came out
Maybe-
face down and you.
Sorry.
and
That's terrible. Oh my God, no, I don't want to think about that. That's
I
awful.
hope they get sidetracked again.
Yeah.
Nope.
Keep going.
Go ahead.
Like just out of love, like a thing that happens in my household is just ass slapping.
Oh.
Okay.
Like-
okay,
There you go.
okay.
I as soon
I'm
as
sorry. Whoa. I'm sorry. Run that back for me.
you heard what I said.
You heard what she
Wait,
said.
you said in your household.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
What do you mean? What does that mean?
The women in my house do the same thing.
Just slap each other on the ass.
Just everyone in the family
it's like
slaps
a good,
each other
you know,
in the
good
ass.
game.
More like well,
Ass is a thing in your culture, isn't it? Or in your family?
I don't know.
Or you
about
guys just like to
culture.
slap ass?
My dad just like slaps everybody.
Okay, you're a dad.
Oh.
No, like ass is a thing in my culture, and so like women slapping each
think-
other's ass like that's
I
that's
would
normal.
argue that's common though, like in foreign things, like just playing around.
I mean,
not-
playing around definitely.
yeah, it's just
It's
playing
not
around.
sexual at all. No.
But then like as soon as I realized that that's not something that I want from anybody, but and
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
I was like, you can't do that anymore, and I got really mad at him for like I just had an outburst for
Oh,
no
Jesus.
reason, and I couldn't tell him why. I'm like, don't do that anymore.
Oh, can I tell you something I've always thought is fucking weird?
What?
And maybe I'm gonna be the weirdo here, but I don't think so.
Not possible.
When,
I'm the weirdo.
when parents kiss their kids on the mouth.
Oh, I think that's
Hate
kind
it.
of weird. Except when Tom Brady does it to
Hate it.
small children. I don't think that's
What
weird.
do
I
you-
think it's
what
out
is
of
your
love.
opinion
But
on
like,
that?
I think
Wait, say that again?
once they get
when
older,
parents
it's
kiss their
weird.
kids
Yeah.
on the mouth.
Fuck that.
I mean,
It's weird, right?
That's
It's
fucking
a,
weird,
it's
no.
a family
Yeah.
cultural
No.
family
It's a cultural
thing,
thing.
you know.
I find
We
that, I
really
don't
do
know,
that.
bro.
Yes.
Here's
Oh, it's a cultural thing, no?
Is it a southern thing?
Yeah, it's a cultural thing.
No.
here's a fucked
Are you-
up.
That's
just a
Are you
Vickers.
Brazilian?
like
Yeah, that's why.
the cheek
Giselle's
thing for me was
Brazilian. That's
cool.
why they do it in the Brady household.
The cheek thing for me was cool. That's like close, you know. That's real
Yeah,
close.
yeah,
So like
yeah.
lips, like I ain't gotta share your spit. I already
Nah.
came out of you, like you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like it's just that's
Here's-
just me.
don't do anything.
Here's a line
Do
cross
whatever you want with your families.
that happened to me that I think about a lot. So you know, like in all sports, you know, you do the the good game, you know,
Yeah,
we do
it's
it
like
as we
one
do
of
ass
those,
slaps
sure,
and
yeah.
stuff like that. But you know, on a team and stuff like that, we're a team. We all know each other. One
Mm-hmm.
time during a soccer game, like the play stopped, and the referee did that to me. And I think about it all the time because, like, afterwards, right after he did it, I was
He had
like,
like soft
what
his hands.
the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, I was like
That shit
freaked
sticks with
out.
you. That shit
Yeah,
sticks with
I was like
you.
freaked out. Like, why is this strange man stopping
Yeah.
my ass? Like, I have no idea who this guy is, and he's touching my butt. Like, what the? Everyone saw it in front of everyone.
Only
Like,
you
who
only
is this
did it to
guy?
you?
Yeah, he only did it to me.
It's because you're a nasty boy.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
You little nasty
He's
boy.
like, I know
You
what you're
little
up
nasty
to. I know what's in there. Yeah.
Little nasty
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah,
Oh
he
my
tabbed you
God.
right in the butt plug in the
Oh
middle of the
my.
game.
And you think that has something to do with it at all?
No,
No,
definitely
no?
not.
Okay, okay.
Definitely not.
I mean, what was your first experience? I guess. Let's do that.
It was probably like I would say in my bit about batteries.
Yeah.
I really did. I did. I think my thought process was like I was watching porn where they're like putting in girls' butts, and I'm like, what's in it for them? Like, how does that make you feel? And then I also learned in like health class they tell you about the prostate, so I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, like I'll check it out. And then, but I mean, but it's still not something I'm obsessed with. Like once in like every now and then, it's like extra work. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
it's a lot of work.
But sometimes most of the women men have been down with it. You know, every now and then a little
Yeah.
toy or something up there.
Yeah.
Also, I feel like a lot of the things that like I'd be into like in bed, I just wouldn't. You could double it up like in real life, and I wouldn't like it in real life. Like for instance, like if I like to be like thrown around because I'm a small person, and that's fun in bed. But I wouldn't. Don't fucking pick me up out in the street.
That's usually
like,
the way it is.
You know what I mean? I'd be pissed.
That's usually the way
You know
it
what
is.
I mean?
Like you could like I've said before that like it's a turn on like if I'm if let's say there's a threesome going on and a woman's giving me orders, you know what I'm saying? That's a huge turn on. Like I'm gonna be erect for hours. Like don't nobody can tell me what to do.
Yeah.
Nobody
Don't
tells
tell
me what to do.
do.
Nobody fucking tells me what to
Dude,
do.
Yeah.
you're a subby guy.
Huh?
Subby a little bit.
I can be,
A
but
switch?
I like to be so.
Right.
So like in that
Yeah.
part, I'm feeding off the dominance, but I do like the fact that someone else has the reins at that point.
Gotcha. Yeah,
But
yeah.
like other than that, like that's only in that type of situation. Other than that, I just like domination.
He likes
you
that
know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
the dominant chick is creating a fuck team. So, like it's like him and her.
It's
It-
me. It's
it-
Bonnie
it-
and Clyde.
versus
It's Bonnie
okay.
and Clyde.
Gotcha.
I'm always the action person.
like,
Like
yeah,
I know how to do, like get in and out of situations.
You're an
That's
animal,
always me,
Rocky.
you know what
Get
I'm
him.
saying?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I'm like invigorated now. I'm
Get
like,
in there and punch him, you son of a
I got the
bitch.
answer to that
What-
question.
Have
from
her call
earlier.
in.
I asked in your sex ed
Oh, my
class,
bad.
did you learn
That's all right.
what sex actually was, or just where babies came from? And she said, I think I had different levels of sex ed throughout my school years, so I
Boom.
can't remember. But I think it started with learning about anatomy and then where babies came from.
Gotcha.
So, but still, 3rd grade.
I mean, they teach you about your
you type that
your
message out?
penis.
No, I just read it.
Oh.
I just
She typed
read
it.
it from straight from the text.
Oh, okay. Sorry. It looked like you. I thought you just typed it out. Like you were like, I'm gonna just make up the answer. I was like, you crafty son of a bitch.
I would
Gotta
do
be
something
so-
like that though.
No, that's an interesting start though. I
Yeah.
mean, like mine, I can't exactly come across anything that would say like started it off. Like I've always known I had the thing. Like I've grown to like love like domination through like my ass fascination because like it takes a level of trust or a level of utter domination for a person to allow that or not allow that to happen. You know what I mean? For that to go down, there's either trust or dominance happening, and
Yeah.
either rocks with me.
That is a.
It's
perfect
weird
segue.
how like those are the two like you know positions of power and like how people like really relish like one or the other.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I used to be kind of a switch, but now I'm more like of a sub because my girlfriend, she like kind of realized like she's a dom.
Yeah.
And then so like then I'm like okay, I'm down with that, and now I feel more comfortable with that.
Yep.
Than I was like choking girls out all the fucking time. It's a lot easier for me, just get fucking smacked around and it's like it's great.
Yeah, that's a really good
Yeah.
segue into that link, the Kingz B&B.
Kingz B&B?
B&B that we were
Oh
talking
yeah,
about last night.
if you want to pull up it's not really a clip, but it's a website. If you go to Split View.
Ah, yes.
So I was doing research on dominatrixes.
Over to the right.
And we came up. I found some very interesting things we wanted to get your thoughts on.
Hell yeah.
Is that
Go to the right.
the very
one more
last
to the right.
link.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
one. Yeah. Continue to that. Whatever. Blah, 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 blah.
So essentially, this is Airbnb for kinks and dungeons.
Oh Jesus! Yeah, this has to be
Right?
expensive. The cleanup is what.
Oh my God,
is
man.
an
But
issue.
like, don't you think? Wouldn't you anticipate all that
You
shit
can
to
rent
be
it
way
hourly
more
or by the
expensive?
night.
Prison
Yeah.
cell Nazi Germany? That is amazing. They have that set up.
So look
Imagine
at
Of course they
you
do.
click that and I already had an account.
Dungeon West. I mean, I'm not surprised, especially because you have all these sex clubs with all these different rooms and like fetish people, and like want to why not make money whenever you can with it?
I guess.
Why not?
You know?
Why
That
not?
makes sense.
know.
You're not going to use your own room all the time, but you put all that work into it.
You like it? I mean, I don't know if any of that
Would you
vibe
go
with
to
me.
one of these?
A sex club?
I'd rather
I
build
don't
my
think
own.
so.
I'd
I'd rather
build my
just
own.
like fucking public somewhere or something.
Yeah,
secret or
yeah,
something
yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
fine.
That's
you know?
a kink.
Like
That's a
like
kink
having
of
a
mine.
weird like setup. I don't think this is really doing anything
I
for
really
me.
enjoy
You know
that.
what I
I
mean?
don't know why, but I really enjoy that.
In public?
Yeah.
See,
It's hot. Yeah, it's great.
Just the
mine
thrill of
is
like maybe
secrets,
getting caught,
you know?
but
Doing
not
a little
really.
find a little secret place.
I don't. Voyeuristic,
Yeah.
cool with me. Exhibition, I'm not really like unless like literally it's like a threesome or like an orgy or something like that like a confined exhibition, but like not just like out in public and shit. Like
Well,
nah,
it's
I
not like
No,
out like everyone's
you
seeing
gotta
you.
be
It's like
sneaky,
trying.
sneaky.
Yes,
Yeah, yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
voyeur,
Yeah.
voyeurism.
Yeah.
Is that
Like
is that
like
You're trying not to
like
get caught.
the
Yeah.
ice machine smash was hot because it was like away in this corner
Yes,
that
yes.
someone could walk in at any fucking moment. Thankfully, no one did.
Yeah.
15th
Oh, I
floor
love
of
when
the
people walk
Atlanta
in.
Georgia Marriott.
I love when people walk in. I ain't stopping. I ain't stopping.
Well, and the way
Even if it's
the way
your mom?
the way it was positioned,
My
it
mom
would've
knows
just looked
better.
like I was trying to-
My mom knows better. My mom does not get into any. My mom
Have
asked
you never been walked in by your mom by accident?
my mother. People, y'all don't know better. Y'all haven't known me a fraction of the time my mama known me, and you think my mama don't know better? What? No, my mom don't come near my bedroom.
Oh my god. Have
Never,
you been
ever,
caught by
ever.
a parent?
No,
Have you?
no, I don't think so.
My mom always calls during sex. Though.
No.
God damn,
I,
I'm the
I
only
think
one.
I think it's pretty
Dom?
obvious what I was up to. You know.
Yeah.
Yo, I got
Like-
caught mad times by my mother, dude. Are you
Did you really
kidding me?
ask that question? Of course
Yeah.
he did.
Dom, that's dirty Dom.
Yeah.
Dude,
yeah.
Dude, my mother used to bartend at this place.
Dom was
next
probably
door
like,
to my
"Hey Ma,
house.
get me some sandwiches."
Dude, she was the,
Getting thirsty, kid.
she was the bartender at this place, and I used to take chicks in the back room where like the fucking the kegs were and shit. Oh, it was tremendous, dude. Tremendous. Right next door to my house. It was awesome. My mother was a bartender in the morning. My father was the bartender at night.
Fucking dirty Dom. I
I
love this
know.
guy.
I know.
I just thought of the dirty Dom drop that I'm gonna make, and it's gonna be from Justin Timberlake's "Dirty Pop." It's just gonna go dirty, dirty
That's
Dom.
instinct, thank you.
You know I love you guys. You know I love.
Oh my God. Yo, so what's the weirdest thing that's ever happened to you during sex? I feel like that would be a great question for you.
Gosh. I don't know, man. I don't know. No one's ever really brought me anything completely out of left field. I mean, I guess seeing a girl actually squirt for the first time was pretty like wild. I wasn't ready for that.
It's
That just kind of came
magical.
out of nowhere.
It's
It,
like
that
a
was, it was pretty
rainbow.
awesome. But yeah,
Like
I
a
just like
rainbow.
it
First
just
time
came
it
out of
happened to me,
nowhere.
I, like,
No,
had
it came
to
out of
catch
her pee
myself.
hole.
Yeah.
I was like, is that what just happened?
Yeah. I don't know.
Yep, and now my bed is soaked.
What a tragedy to have.
Nothing. One time, me and this girl broke a mirror, and
Word.
also we broke a mirror and a heater.
Did you hurt yourself at all?
No. I was,
Wow.
I was like 20. I was youthful. spry.
Wow.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it didn't shatter, but like you cracked the mirror.
The mirror shattered.
And
yeah,
you
the
didn't
mirror
cut
fell
yourself?
and shattered. No, it did. It happened like it fell away, and then this like portable heater fell, and then that broke. It was a fucking mess.
Did you finish fucking?
Yes, when I'm
Hell yeah.
absolutely.
Hell yeah. Fucking soldier.
Just kind of laughed and
Fucking
kinda
soldier.
You gotta try.
finished it up, but I missed that heater. It was nice. It had a full fake fire in it and everything. It was nice
Whoa.
heater.
Irish?
What was the question again?
The weirdest thing that ever happened to you during sex?
Weirdest things ever happened during sex.
I feel like you've answered this on a different STC, but not here.
Maybe, I don't know. I'm trying to think what the weirdest thing would be.
I think
Define weird.
something that other people would find odd
First time I ate a chick's.
or wouldn't feel comfortable saying.
No, it wasn't well, this one chick that the first time she got her ass eaten, which was by me, she started crying. but like not like a joyous tear cry. Like she was just like weird about it, and I was like,
That
okay.
sucks so bad.
I know. I was like,
I ate onions.
and I was like, okay, you gotta. I was like, you gotta go because now you're crying, and I don't want to fuck you if you're crying.
man,
Yo,
that's
you get
not
your
great.
ass eaten is not a crying experience. It's completely the opposite. It's completely the right. Like, it's a joyous it's like
Oh,
oh
God.
Someone
We
must-
didn't know what was happening
someone-
until it happened.
At first it's jarring and it's just like no go.
I
Like,
didn't need to give directions. That person knew what they were doing.
Like,
It was fine.
And your
Everything's
head
fine.
just
That's so weird.
you lose
That's
control
crazy.
of your neck. You lose control of your neck. And you just kind of just like your head's just up against the pillow. You just kind of like and then you stop speaking
Watch
English.
the microphone. Watch the. I know you're gonna go off right now.
You stop speaking English. You just sit there. You just and like your back gets arched more and more and more. Like it's crazy. It's
Get in there.
yo, it's
Nasty,
like, yo,
bro.
go.
Get in there like a bomb shelter. Go, go.
Yo.
Like you're jumping out of a fucking airplane.
Whoo, yo. If you haven't get your ass eaten, get your ass eaten.
I have before, but only a red shower. People have tried to do it to me a couple times. Where it's like I feel
What's your
bad.
what's your
I like
what's
it,
your ass situation
but
like?
like
Is it a mess?
it's not really a mess. I just like feel
No, I'm just
bad
hairy or
about.
no? You have a hairy ass?
Yeah, I have a hairy butt.
Nair
I just
your
feel like
ass.
if I just did, unless
Nah,
I
like-
just took a shower,
I'm with
I
him.
feel like awful about
with
like
him on
even if they're
that.
willing, I'm just like I don't want
Yeah,
you to
you're not
like
doing
put
it.
yourself through that.
I'm the same
You're
way.
saying
And like
unless
I
you
use
You know
shower.
what I mean?
I use
What's
wet
that?
wipes.
Unless you shower?
Unless I just took a
Oh,
shower.
for sure.
If
For
I took
sure.
a shower,
I use wet wipes
game
every
on.
time I use the bathroom.
But-
And like literally, I'm with him on that.
Yeah, like I feel
Fuck
too
no.
bad for the girl. I don't want her to have to go through.
Like,
that,
have you
you
smelled
know?
sweaty balls?
Yeah.
I don't want to smell sweaty ass. Fuck that.
No way.
No.
What? Take all the patois off it?
Yeah, take all the patois out.
Yeah.
Take all of it out.
Nah,
take
that's-
it out
that's-
and throw it over there.
That's the flavor. That's the flavor, dog.
No patois.
That's the flavor.
It's
No.
my grandmother
You know what it's like? You know-
used to call me Little Piton, which is
Ponton.
yeah, which I get because I guess in French Canadian like you can either mean little shit or
Yeah.
or cutie.
Yeah.
So like I don't know which one she was like.
No,
oh,
I think it
yeah,
means
yeah,
I think
yeah.
it means little. I think it means little shit or you little shit.
Yeah,
You know what
okay,
I mean?
yeah. I guess the inflection of it. Yeah. You piton.
Oh, you
yeah.
putain,
Yeah.
you putain.
Yeah. That's how we serve up compliments
so-
in my house too.
Yeah.
So mine was
both ways.
I was eating some ass and I made the
one
mistake.
time.
Yo, I was eating some ass. I made the mistake. Had like there's this one yoga pose called breaking wind, and like I had like I didn't know that like bro I did not know it was a setup. It was a setup. So like I had pushed the legs up and like I was eating ass and like wind broke
Yeah.
in my mouth. Like
Nothing you
You
can do.
asked for it.
yo,
Yeah.
I did,
Yeah.
and I took it right on the
You
chin.
knocked on the
Kept
door and
going.
they answered.
Got a little too relaxed there. She got a little too relaxed. All the muscles are just.
That's like one of my favorite memes is like or it's like a little cartoon thing of like a dude's like tongue like eating pussy and then like a chick farts and then it's like and then he's like shh I'll get to you later like tremendous.
You're gross.
You can go back to that other article and then I think we could probably wrap up after that.
Oh,
Do we
yeah.
have any more clips? I think we have some clips left from last time.
If we did, I didn't pull them up.
He had
But
the.
we that's cool though. We brought.
Oh yeah, this is. I was looking at while I was looking at Kingz B&B.
Pervacracy.
They
Pervocracy.
also provided a bunch of like links and resources for if you want to go to a like sex club or dungeon like in the Boston area. And I just thought that I didn't realize like Well, I mean, I don't know why I would
Did
know
Boston
this.
Fox?
Well, I know Boston Fox, but like I didn't know. Yeah, Dom's like, I don't. Yeah.
Yeah, people love this stuff. They,
Yeah.
yeah.
And hold on, I'm gonna. Pull
You're
it up
changing
on my
Dom's
phone
life
so
right now.
I know. Dom, I sent
Dude,
this in our chat
field
last
trip, King's field trip. Are you
Yeah,
shitting me?
And
Live
also, like,
podcast from
people,
it, no
like,
video.
also meet up and like talk about it and see what they're down for and like all the shit, and then they like go for it, which I thought was really cool. I just feel like that people who are kinky are also the most responsible.
Yes, they are.
100%.
You know?
Yeah.
You gotta be.
Oh,
You
and
have
if
to
we're
be.
doing this, then we gotta shout out FetLife.
They're on there.
Like, yeah, we gotta shout out
Yeah.
FetLife. They be holding it down.
I hold you personally responsible for getting us a sponsorship. with
Sponsor,
them.
yeah.
I'll try my damnedest.
So what is your guys like dream theme room? Because I was just thinking about it.
you
Like
in
so
the theme room too?
So
I
I'm saying
know.
like at first I was thinking about I'm like I don't really want any, but what I would want, I want a room that's just like a cave. It looks like a
Yeah,
fake
pretty
cave.
cavey, yeah.
I want to fuck in a cave.
I immediately thought black walls.
like a creature. Yeah.
Nah.
I want some stalactites and stalagmites. I want a little pool, you know.
I want like I don't know.
Some fake bat noises in the middle of it.
I guess
Throne
mine
room.
would be like you said throne room. That'd be damn. I didn't never
throne
thought of
room?
that'd be dope.
Fucking on a throne. Okay.
That'd be dope.
Kingz
I don't know. Like
Podcast.
I want my mine would be completely utility.
We
like
need to
there'd be
change
like
our set
I think like
for King's.
we really do.
Make
Like
a
I'd
throne
have like
room.
swings everywhere. I'd have like
Yeah.
all like I'd have all like the big toys around the outer like.
Oh, so you just like
things
want a
and,
toy room to like
Yeah,
explore
I
and
just
go
want
off
like
on. Okay, yeah.
Every day is different. Like me, I don't like reliving the same day or feeling like I'm reliving the same
Yeah.
day. So like being able to change it up literally on a dime or day to day or minute to minute, oh, that'd make me go wild. Yeah, fuck it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What's
anything
y'all's
can happen.
secret your theme room at a sex club?
A theme room at a
Yeah.
sex club?
Oh yeah, you said throne.
Throne
You said
room,
throne.
I've never
okay,
been
yeah.
to a sex club.
I'm saying you can just make one up.
Oh,
you don't
just
have to
make
like know
one
anything
up?
about it. Like I
Oh, I
don't think
thought
like
this
I don't
I
think
was
like a cave
I was
actually
thinking
exists
about
in a
this
sex
sex room
club.
in my house
Yeah.
one day.
Yeah, like
Um,
that's exactly what.
Okay, so I thought about this. So over the weekend, my friends and I stayed and had like a Valentine's Day party at a hotel in Boston, and we were on like the
Jesus
top
Christ.
floor, and we had the like perfect view of Boston. So set the scene. I would say I would want it to be on like a penthouse floor, but everything inside the room needs to be like soft and squishy, including the
And they
floor.
gotta be puppies.
What if
And
it-
no.
I
They're
just play
like
with you, I
it's
just play
like
with you.
red and black, and there's like shit hanging, and like yeah.
What if it was like a sci-fi like projection on the walls that makes it look
No,
like
not
you're
the same
outside?
because I immediately opened those windows and I was like, "This is a fuck window."
Oh,
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where you like,
Hands up against the fucking
yeah, because
glass.
no one can see you,
Whoa.
but you're still
Whoa.
doing it.
No, they could possibly
They could
see
possibly
you.
see you, but like I was looking at the Prue and the John Hancock, and no one from there can actually
I
see
was
me
in
fucking.
my hotel room and I was watching people fuck in another hotel.
yeah,
It was
sure.
fucking on the balcony. It was fucking
That's
awesome.
fine.
I started shouting. They couldn't hear me, so it was awesome. I could fucking cheer and shit. I was going off. I was
I'm saying,
reveling. It was amazing.
I need a fuck window with a nice view.
Okay.
And then everything else is
Look
like.
upon.
He was
And there
fucking
also
her.
has to be plenty of snacks
You guys,
because
you guys think
and
you guys think
women
you're
and
goo
snacks.
do I not have
Women and
snack daddy.
fucking
Come
snacks,
on.
yo.
Come on.
Jesus fucking
It's
Christ.
like my favorite bit.
Fucking snacks.
And also plenty of beverages, and also there would be a closet.
Of blunts.
No. I was gonna say weed in it. Yeah,
Why roll it when you're already having sex? You already did prepare.
that's true. Prepared. And what else would I have?
I was more sort of going for a theme, than just, like, an actual, just like
You asked
perfect
me.
dream world. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
This is what happens when you
Yeah.
ask women.
Yeah.
Detail.
Yeah, okay.
Detail.
You asked me a question. I'm giving you an
That's fair,
answer. It
that's
has
fair.
nothing to do with being a woman.
I mean, did you hear how concise ours were?
I'm also an interior designer by
Let me
trade, so you
summarize it
gotta
down.
realize-
Goofy bitch shit.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
But like I was saying, he was fucking her over the edge of the balcony, so like she was looking down the entire time with every
Yeah.
thrust. Her world
Dope.
was rocked that day.
Tremendous.
Yeah, no.
Absolutely rocked.
Tremendous.
I want to fuck window.
I want to fuck balcony.
Sounds ideal.
I want to fuck on a plane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too small, man.
No,
They're
it's
too
not.
small.
I have
Not
a
if you have a
fucking
private
way
jet.
to do it.
This is
No,
true,
I
dude,
have a
but-
way to do
dude,
it. And every time I've had the opportunity.
That's because you fit in every small box ever invented.
No.
Like,
barely,
come on now.
barely one human being can fit in these fucking.
But
plain
two
bathrooms
used
these
to
days.
fit.
It's
It
so
sucks.
it's so easy.
Two Anis
I don't know
could
how
fit.
fat people can do it. Like if you're literally just like.
Oh, you can't do it
if
you're
you're
fat.
barely
Fat people-
overweight.
fat
Like
people
there's
can't
no
do it.
way you
I
can
can't
take a
shit.
That's
shit
the
or
exclusivity.
I can't
fit
shit
in
on
that
planes.
bathroom.
The Mile
can't-
High Club
yeah.
is a non-fat club.
I can't shit on planes.
No.
My knees can't. I have the same rule for fucking roller coasters that I do for
I've never
airplane
tried.
fucking
I
toilets.
don't. I wouldn't want to. Obviously, I mean, no one wants
Bro,
to
it's
take a shit on a
awful.
plane.
Oh, man, but when you get them-
I assume it's not great.
Dude, fly to Africa.
Yeah.
They'd be like, "Oh, Mr. Whiteman." He'd be like, "I shit so many times."
Oh my God.
Oh my lord.
Oh man. Let's go ahead and wrap it up there. Let's put a red ribbon bow on it, baby.
Yo, so I want to thank Brandon Vallee for joining us today on the Kingz Podcast.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank
very
you with
much.
us.
And yes, I've finally been able to unleash the kink on this shit. All right. Next episode, we will be having
Rob Green.
Rob Kareen on the show.
Sunday.
Should be fun. And we want to thank you again for joining us for another Kingz Podcast.
Yeah, shout out to all the callers that called in. That's
Yeah,
fucking
Fuck
tremendous.
yes,
Thank
the
you for
lines are
calling.
working. Call in, please. We like the second date update. We'd really like to get started on that. If y'all want to call in, I mean, hit us up via email.
Literally-
Ani, shout out our email, please.
Yes, kingspodcast@gmail.com.
And you can hit us up on IG at
Kingz Podcast.
boom, 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 boom.
Oh yeah, that's it, baby.
Bye.
Bye.
Oil fields flooded, block boys searching for ways out, rapping the kid day name buzzing. Confederate flag rhetoric terrorizes minds of an awkward white young and KKK loves it. Shit is disgusting. Are you sure this the place you won't be locked up in? When your heart's pumping fast from combat with the roughest, you sure you can keep your brain from crumbling? Keep it structured. Killers is cold, man. You probably got a bitch for soul. You fuck nigga. You way too humane for this place. Even the Vatican got a bank full of francs for his ways. The Pope's just another G hogging his block. So would you put your money to? Let me come to your spot. Let me see what's all up in your socks. Asshole, let me tap your pockets. How much money you got? Man, you can't even afford the price of fame. Niggas your type insane. So unfocused, easily controlled, bitch. Your own brain's thought patterns aren't even yours. The crazy part is you don't even notice. The beast ferocious, my niggas. The first time my third eye awoken, reality opened. I saw so much knowledge unspoken, unseen, unheard, and unwritten. Unwritten in this plane of existence, I was compelled to stay and just listen, but I couldn't get it. I said fuck it, then travel to these gangbang dungeons. I came to investigate hard. Who made this? Who made the prison bars? And who really runs the place? And who brained the bunk beds? Fuck boys like you be getting raped.